shocked. I'm sure, boy. He's losing it 7-5 on the scorecard. Usyk look like he's gonna new undisputed heavyweight unified champion right here, bruv. It looks like he's new, bruv. Joshua looks like he's fading, boy. Oh, Joshua's combination. Oh, Joshua's about to get stopped, man. Wow. Last 10 seconds, boy. Oh my God, Joshua's dead on his legs, man. Wow. Now we're going to the scorecards, people. Joshua looked like he's dead on his legs. And Usyk looked like he, bruv, my good gosh, man. I don't know why they even play the game of chess. What's going on, people? EJ Bossett live here. Andy Joshua, Oleksandr Usyk fight has concluded. And we're about to go to the scorecards to see if Andy Joshua can retain his belt. In my eyes, nope. I got Usyk 7-5. Usyk looked like he took it. He looked like Joshua nearly got stopped. He nearly got stopped, man. I don't know why they even played that game of. I don't know why Joshua's playing the game of chess with this man. You know that. Usyk's the man, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Joshua's lost his belts to me. He's lost his belts, man. He's lost his belts. That's what it is. Eddie Hearn's crying after he signed a new contract as well. My gosh, man. I don't know why you even playing game of chess. Joshua's crazy, bro. I don't know why are you even playing that type of game, bro. That's just crazy. We're gonna get to the scorecards, people, and then I'll probably let people jump in. Madness, bro. My God. So we're waiting to the scorecards, and let's see if Joshua's won the bout. Let me see what I was saying.
It's over. It's over. Right? I've stopped watching it from a long time. I'll watch it back again tomorrow. It's over. You can't go out there and fight like that.
Crazy. Yeah, well, I got I mean, it's long. We're waiting to the scorecards, but to me, it's academic, bro. Usyk's won, man. I mean, he looked like he won to me. Wow, bro, this is crazy, bro. Jeez. My gosh. We get to the score. Let's get to the score. The Ukraine people are getting crazy. Why? I don't know why would you want to do that? Play his game. You know what I mean? Why are you playing his game of chess? Usyk, let that guy come over and just do that, bro. You're crazy, bro. To come over and play that kind of game with him, I would have stepped on his ass, bro. Joshua nearly got stopped in the last round, bro. Joshua nearly got stopped, bro. Joshua's lucky he never got stopped. Lucky he never got stopped, man. Lucky. I know how the judges are scoring it. I got Usyk winning 7-5, man. That's how we're scoring. Look at that. He was getting pumped, bro. Look at that. That could have been a 10-8. Oh, Joshua nearly got knocked out, bro. Knackered. Shattered, knackered. Whatever you want to call it, bro. Whatever you want to call it, bro. Joshua on the same thing. He looks like that's the way it is with him, mate. Look at that. Running over again, bro. Same situation. He got a rematch clause, though. So he go back in there again. So he's lucky. But Usyk's got the belts, man. He might have to fight, but he might be in the Ukraine as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Here we go. 117 to 112. Wow. 116, 112. Wow. 115, 113. I knew. Yeah, see? There you go. That's it. Yeah, of course. And Eddie Hearn's face. Yeah, of course, bruv. I don't know why they even try to play that game. Joshua has to do this all over again. Yeah, Eddie Hearn signed a big contract, yeah. And I know they never want to fight this guy. Joshua ain't beating this guy, man. He ain't beating him with that strategy. I don't know why you even do that strategy. I can't even believe it. You know, why would you do that strategy? You know what I mean? Why would you do that strategy? It's madness. Crazy. What's going on, bro? Joe host. congratulations to Oleksandr Usyk becoming a new champion. And Eddie Hearn's control for now is shifted. You know what I mean? It's shifted. AJ is doomed, bro. Like, bro, we gotta look at your team and say, why did you play that game? You know what I mean? Just playing nip and why would you? I don't know why they're playing that game. You should. Bro, crazy, bro. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. Crazy. AJ, he didn't fight like Obama. He just fought the wrong. I thought they fought the wrong strategy. It's crazy. The wrong strategy for me. Wrong strategy. My gosh, man. We have a new champion here, boy. In Tottenham as well. People. AJ, man. I don't know why would you fight that way? AJ's out. AJ's even walked off, bruv. AJ's walked off, bruv. Oh no, AJ's cut out. Ah, dear. Of course they're shot, bruv. AJ got schooled. I don't know why you think you're gonna go there and actually school this guy. Why would you do that? This don't make no sense, man. This don't make no sense. Crazy. Yeah, whatever. Intelligent. Oh, hear this guy. Intelligent. AJ's not intelligent. I want listen. This Adam Smith and these people, they play this intelligent. What are you trying to say? AJ's not intelligent. It's long, bro. That's long. I don't know why. I don't know who told him to fight that way. Why would you tell him to? He needs to get rid of Roman McCracken, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know why. Why? Yeah, YG. Go ahead, YG. Talk your shit. Go ahead, YG. Yeah.
Yo.
You need to sort out your connection. Go ahead, YG. Talk your piece. Bruv. Why are you playing my man's game? Like, why would you play cat and mouse? YG? What's wrong with him?
I have no idea, but that only thing I can tell you is that whole theory of you saying that he could be AJ could beat Tyson Fury. You can throw that out the window.
Well, Usyk has got a rematch clause anyway. What's up, Fight Doctor?
Yo, Fight Doctor's in the house on Rick James status.
Talk to us, man. We got the new champion, Usyk. Why did he fight that way? Go ahead.
I don't know. I mean, he was just. I don't know. There's something seriously wrong in the Joshua camp. They should have gone out there and dogged Usyk from
man. You should have told you, yeah. What you play? Why would you make it into a boxing match? That's not where you need to be.
No,
that's madness, man. That's madness.
Against the smaller man,
yeah.
He should have been throwing right hands. He should have just been throwing right hands. It doesn't matter if they land or not. Just make him aware. Yeah, I've got this big hammer, and if you slip, I'm gonna drop it on you.
Crazy.
Right? He should have been beating him to the body. He should have been roughing him up. There's something seriously wrong in the Joshua camp. Look, the jab was ineffective. It was MIA.
He didn't stop AJ in the last round, you know. He didn't stop AJ. AJ's lucky he never got stopped in the last round. Trust me.
No, he was a couple of punches away from being down on the canvas. No question.
PMC, what's going on? What's your take, bro? He's talking about Usyk. Talking about he didn't have a jab to knock him up.
My trainer said just stop and do your job. I know that you never listen to them and you only listen to your team.
Look at them people happy AJ lost, man. They're happy, bro. What do you mean is he bigger weight? He's the heavyweight champion. What do you mean is he bigger weight? He's a heavyweight. He's the heavyweight champion right now, man. I mean, what are we talking about here? Crazy. AJ's doomed, man. AJ's doomed. I feel sorry for him, but
I think Joshua should retire.
Nah, he should retire. He got a rematch, man. Eddie Hearn signed a lifetime contract. He gonna get rid of AJ real quick, bro. If AJ can't win this fight, you're gonna see loyalty with AJ. Eddie Hearn ain't got no loyalty to AJ. AJ needs to get rid of the whole team. They've done that. They don't know what they're doing. Like, why would you go into the fight and try to play chess with a man who's better than you, man? That don't make no sense, man. It was working for a bit, but AJ couldn't go for the
Derek Chisora put up a better fight.
Oh yeah. At least he went for it, innit? He went for it. Though. That's what you're saying, right?
Derek Chisora put up. I thought Derek Chisora looked better and won more rounds against Usyk than Joshua did.
Bro, whoever put money on Usyk, man, they earn a lot of money, bro. That's Don Charles, yeah. Shout out to Don Charles. He told me, he said Usyk's gonna win on points. He actually told me that. I gotta give him props, bro. Yeah. Yes. Wedding anniversary. Yeah, here we go. A rematch clause. That's a good question. Let me hear what they have to say. Shock down here in Tottenham, bruv. Shocked. The UK, the whole of the UK is in shock, man.
See, this is the reason why the Wilder fight didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because Wilder would have knocked Joshua out.
I think so.
This is the reason why that fight didn't happen.
Man, AJ got schooled, bruv.
Now they having a fight to rematch in Ukraine.
He put hands all up in AJ's dome, bruv. Guy's undefeated, bruv. He's a bruv. It's in rare air, Like you're talking like you're looking at a Hall of Famer, He disposed AJ like AJ was nothing. Nothing. You know what I mean? Crazy. Man, you haven't seen the best. Who's gonna get better? Okay. What else? All right, you guys can talk, man. You guys can talk your piece. He's Austin, yeah. He says he's finished, yeah. Oh, jump on the link, man. You can jump on, man. Oh, this Vitali's talking. Very clever.
I'm very happy. And actually, Oleksandr doing perfect job.
The Ukrainians, bro. You can't mess with them Ukrainians, bro. Man, I don't know who told AJ to do that shit, man. Told him to fight that way. They must be out there smoking minds.
It's actually chance after Vladimir Klitschko. It's second.
Here we go.
Will take whole belts, and it's actually perfect result, and we happy very, very much. Enjoy the victory. I hope you had a good party. Loma, very quickly, we are on it. I'm sorry. Just very quickly. You must be over the moon, very, very happy for your great friend.
I congratulate my friend Oleksandr. It was great performance. It was
Great
Now
performance.
he's in a big history, boxing history, and world history. For me.
Did you always think that he could do that? Heavyweight?
Now, yes, sure. It was great performance.
Listen, it's great to have you back on our screens. We'll be seeing you on Star Sports in December.
My fight will be December
Wow.
in New York. So
The dream is done, man.
Enjoy the party.
very much looking forward to that fight. But
In England, in the UK, we're doomed.
Just see, take a bow, Oleksandr Usyk.
Nah, he's from what you call it again? He's from
from UK?
Nigeria again, right?
For me?
Said not AJ from Nigeria again, right?
Yo, this guy, bro. This guy.
He's a Nigeria fighter now.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, YG. What we just saw there is horrible. It's horrid, YG.
Not really. When I seen that happening.
Why did he pull that? Why did he do that strategy? Like, can anyone even
Because
tell me that?
he already said that when he dropped down those pounds. I said that to you. I said, yo, he coming down in weight. That's gonna take the steam off his punches, and now he's not gonna be the big puncher. He got the title by becoming a big puncher and getting people out of there, not by boxing and jabbing around the ring. He was cutting the ring off.
You think that was the right? You think that was the right thing to do, though? That's the wrong thing to do, right?
Yeah, that was the wrong thing to do for this fight.
Go ahead.
We was just saying that too when guys like cut weight to fight somebody. They moved down their weight and to fight somebody at like a catch weight, even though this wasn't a catch weight, but he cut the weight that he usually like. That's not good. Like you're not like you going down from where you're supposed to be. He's supposed to be heavier than that, heavy punches
Yeah.
on his like defense is still leaky. He almost got knocked out too.
He did. He almost got knocked out, YG. That's right.
This is why I was with the jab and the slip. That's why I said the
Wilder. You reckon Wilder? You reckon Wilder and Fury? Well, their big paydays are out the window, man. And Usyk's a harder opposition. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say they pay. I mean, because maybe I wouldn't really say it's out the window because if say even if Usyk beat Joshua again, and then hold on, Eddie about to talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go on. I'm listening. Say again, YG.
Now hold on. I was trying to hear what Eddie had to say, but I didn't want it to be on your live.
Oh, Eddie talking that Eddie's crushed. Eddie's crushed. The Canelo's left him, and now Andy Joshua's lost. You know what I mean? That's the zone finish now, man. He's the marquee. He's their marquee star. You're gonna see how many people like, bruh. I got a poll here. Some people pick Usyk. I don't know if they picked it last minute though. Usyk 64%. People picked Usyk, man. Man, shit. I don't know. Why would you play that strategy, bro? I have no idea why you played that strategy. That's crazy.
So here's my question: is the rematch clause? Is it an immediate rematch, or does Usyk get to take a fight? Okay, it's immediate rematch. Okay.
Yeah, it's immediate. Yeah, immediate. Yeah. Absolutely.
So when could the rematch happen? Like reasonably?
As soon as Joshua Usyk, they go to the negotiation tables and they get it sorted. You know. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. Yeah, I mean, he's the champion now, so Joshua's the challenger. You know what I mean? And you know how that works. I like how does he go and fight him? If he rushes him, Usyk gonna make him miss. If he tries to keep it long and go the distance, Usyk's gonna beat him on point. So how do you beat this guy? He beats Wilder, by the way. I think Usyk, Mr. Bashir told me, you know, he said he beats both of them. Joshua's crazy. Joshua should have been putting hands on this kid, bro. He was too cautious. Play too cautious, man. Way too cautious. PMC is quiet, you know. Where PMC? That. Too cautious, man.
Man, and the weeks ago, no, we went there with a whole bunch of Thanksgiving food in them.
We need to throw more left hooks. Left hook, straight rights down the pipe. No right uppercuts. That's what you do to southpaws, man. You know what I'm saying? You put it on them, bruv. Like I think he gave the guy way too much respect, man. Should have stepped on the gas from the jump, bruh. Should have came into the fight and just pull it on him from day, bruv. What are you waiting around for? Don't worry about getting tired. Put a hard pace on this kid, man. Man, this guy made you look like an idiot out here, bro. He should have really stepped on some thunder on this kid, you know. Oh, why you let this guy just come over and just boy you like that? Boy you up in front of your boys, man. Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Madness, man. Everyone's just quiet, man. Everyone's just quiet. I thought you guys were going in. I actually thought you Americans were actually going in. I ain't even trying to watch this fight. I'm not even trying to watch this fight again. That's why I don't care about this. I don't care to watch it. I paid for the film. I don't really care to watch that again. Bro. I don't care. You guys got anything to say? Come on, man.
Yeah, Joshua should retire. That's all I have to say.
Why?
Because this is the second time we've seen him lose to a guy that he definitely was not supposed to lose to. Okay? He was supposed to listen, You box a brawler and you brawl with a boxer. Joshua was supposed to brawl with this guy. You are the heavyweight here. This guy's coming up in weight. Okay? And on top of that, he doesn't have a heavyweight punch. That's clear as day. All right? You were supposed to body this guy, brawl with him, give him the Bernard Hopkins treatment, work his body to death. That's what he was supposed to do. But he just stood there, threw about .012 right hands per round, and connected the worst jab connect percentage I've ever seen in a heavyweight ever. It was ridiculous. The most ineffective jab I've seen in a long time.
Why do you think he played so safe?
I don't know. I can't. I can't answer. I don't know. But he was supposed to bum rush this guy.
Yeah.
And brawl him and dog him and chew on him and grind on him, lean on him, put his weight on him, spit on him, whatever it takes. That's what you're supposed to do. Welcome to the heavyweight division. This is what we do up here. But there was none of that. I mean, Joshua actually fought like he was the smaller guy.
Yeah, he did. Why was that?
There's something wrong with the Joshua camp. Seriously. Because that strategy against the guy who was in front of him, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay? And I'm sorry, but had that been Wilder, Wilder would have knocked this guy out. He would have. Fury too. Fury and Wilder knocked this guy out.
I don't think so. You think so?
Yes. Because I think in Fury and Wilder, they have enough sense to know that the guy in front of them is a cruiserweight.
Well, I think at some point they wouldn't show him so much respect. I think Joshua played. Eddie Hearn's talking right now. Let me hear what Eddie Hearn's saying. He won't do his bullshit. Let me hear what Eddie Hearn's saying.
Oh, your team is way behind me because I just heard.
No. He's playing. Yeah, but he's doing an interview with Sky now. You done it with the Zone. Let me rewind that shit, man. Rewind this shit. 1 minute. Let me rewind it.
Underdog in their rematch this time after that tonight. But that's what he does, you know, and he chose tonight to take on a pound-for-pound rate.
Fuck that shit.
Fuck
all that
you
shit.
get credit for that. You stayed on his.
Shut up. Why he walk out the ring in about pound for pound ring? Let me hear what Eddie Hearn said. That's some bullshit. I don't hear that bullshit, Eddie. I don't hear that bullshit. Let me hear what he said. Eddie. Man, I'm pissed off, man. That was a whack, man. He a Shut up.
Yeah, I spoke to him. Obviously, it was a tough fight, a grueling fight. He's not quite, talking the way you'd expect him to talk at the moment. Devastated. Already talking about training again. They want to look at the eye socket. He says it's fine, but a devastating defeat. Obviously, congratulations to Oleksandr Usyk. What a fighter! Put in a great performance tonight, and the better man won.
Did you think that could happen in a fight like that? I suppose it could, but so many people thought that AJ would be too big and too strong. It didn't go that way. It was a boxing match.
Yeah, that was always really the danger of the fight. You overthink the fight. You try and be too technical. You don't use your attributes, and you don't make your mark early enough in the fight. Usyk's very fit. He's got great feet. He threw a lot of punches in there tonight. And it was all the things you worry about against a fighter like Oleksandr Usyk. He exercised his style very, very well. He was probably a little bit more aggressive than anticipated, which I think did him well. I mean, what was it? The first 10 seconds, he came out with a left hand straight down the pipe. He was really good tonight, and he goes down in history. No complaints from AJ. He'll get up and go again. He's already talking about training on Monday, but it's a tough defeat. This was getting beat by a pound for pound great fighter. We've been here before. You've been here, Madison Square Garden. That was different. This is just being beat by a better man on the night, and you have to make some big changes in the rematch to avenge that defeat.
I feel obviously quite harsh to go straight to it, but rematch, you shift towards that now. What are the details of that? Does it have to happen before a certain date?
We'll have enough time. I think the fighter in AJ is already talking about, I'll win the rematch. It was a tough defeat. It was, I had it reasonably close in the 8th or 9th round, and Usyk just ran away with it. I thought 8-4, even 7-5, the best scenario for AJ. But Usyk was the deserved winner, and he's got to make changes in the rematch, because if that happens again, of course he'll get beat. He's got to impose himself early. It's going to be really difficult because Usyk's confidence will be sky high. But when you get to the level of Anthony Joshua, as we saw after the Ruiz defeat, there's no 10-round comeback fights and warm-ups, you're straight back into the fire. And he will want to go straight back into that rematch. He will be an underdog in the rematch this time after that tonight. But that's what he does, and he chose tonight to take on a pound-for-pound great. Didn't work out, but he should get credit for that. He stayed on his feet. I'll give him credit for that as well. But it's sport, and he was beaten by the better man. And congratulations to Oleksandr Usyk.
Yeah, it can always happen. Final one. Do you think he has the desire to rebuild again? He's had to do it before. It's different this time. He has to do it again.
This is his life, Andy, to be honest with you. He's already talking about being in the gym. He lives and breathes boxing. Boxing saved him. Boxing made him. And he won't fall out of love with the game. When you do, that's time to walk away from the sport. The desire is still there. It will still be there. But, you can have desire. You've got to be good enough. I know he's good enough. That performance was not... He'll know when he watches that back. That for me, was an average performance from Anthony Joshua. There's so much better. He can do so much better in that fight. But he's facing, a pound-for-pound great. And this is what happens in the sport. You can criticise Anthony Joshua. Oh, he got beat. Oh, but he's facing the best consistently.
Shut up, man.
So you can't have it both ways.
Shut up, man.
You could
Hey, turn this guy off, man.
Easy fights, but they get beat when they're fighting pound for pound greats. This is how it is. For me, that's what fighters should do. Take on the very best. He did it. Tonight he came off second best, but respect for him to take it on Usyk.
What do you mean respect? He had to take it. You trying to duck him.
And there's
trying to duck him.
Heavyweight world champion.
They knew.
No point sulking about it. Like any bad news, you brush yourself down. You shake the other man's hand. You say congratulations.
Well.
The drawing board.
Bro, you see the thing is, they never wanted to fight him. They never wanted. They had no.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, forget Eddie Hearn, bro. I want to know what you guys thought of the fight. Like each one.
I thought Usyk dominated that fight from the start.
Okay,
I know.
So this is what I had. Yeah, I had AJ basically gave him the first 4 rounds.
I had it on my card too. I gave Usyk 4-0 in those first 4 rounds.
Yeah. Then AJ won the next 2 for me, and in the 5th or the 6th, AJ hit him with a straight right that like froze Usyk's legs. But it's like AJ was admiring his work instead of following it up. Do you understand?
Yeah, I think he was worried about the counters because he was getting hit by those counters all night.
And the thing is,
he was worried about that.
When AJ threw the lead right, his head was always in the center, so Usyk could always counter him. He doesn't slip his head.
That's the thing about Usyk. Once you hit him hard, he's going to come back with 3-4 punches unanswered. That's the thing about him. What makes him very, very slippery and dangerous.
He didn't go to the body enough. He didn't want to fight on the inside.
Yeah, I guess that part of the reason why he didn't go to the body that much because he was worried about the counters. That was just one thing. But at the same time, you still got to take risks, like Derek Chisora. You got to take a hit to give one back sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like
you can't hesitate.
I was saying what AJ should have done was should have covered up and closed off, because there was times where when he hurt Usyk and Usyk was circling the ring, he cornered him. But it's like AJ was like focused on just putting the jab out there. He should have just stepped into the space and then started working the body. Every time he went inside, AJ was just grabbing.
Yeah. Look, this was a fight they didn't. Not say AJ, but Hearn didn't want in the beginning. They were very worried about this fight, and gotta give props to AJ. He is a fighting man. He is a fighting champion. He'll take on all comers. If it's a dangerous mandatory like Oleksandr Usyk, he'll take it to defend his belts. That's just how much pride he has. Yeah, and like Eddie Hearn says, love him or hate him, you can criticize as much as you want to. He is fighting the best out there. He is taking all challenges from all comers. But let me just say this on a side note. I didn't like the way Joshua looked at the end of that last round. He looked badly hurt, man. Seriously, somebody should check on him because he took a lot of damage that round. And it got to the point that it was so worrisome that he didn't even give up on his stool. It took him a long time for them to get him off his stool. That's how hurt he was.
I think he was gassed, and this is what everybody's saying. Because if you saw the fight, you were watching heavyweights move at welterweight,
right?
You know what I mean? And I was seeing them circle. So I was thinking, and I even said to Phil in the chat, I said, this pace scares me because, like, it was too quick. He didn't try to slow it down.
He didn't slow the pace. Yeah, that's the thing about Usyk. That's how he wins his fights. He circles you around. The thing is that his movement is what fatigues his opponent, and that's exactly what happened to AJ later in the round. At one point in that fight, you thought that Usyk was tiring between 8 and 9, then all of a sudden 10 to 12.
He was tiring. He was tiring.
He was tiring. But out of nowhere,
Edge is
Well, I
it.
was
Hey, Edge is it. Edge, what's going on? You crying? You're another crying?
hey,
No,
before
man.
Edge
Look,
get
I know what, man. I thought, look, I'm disappointed that obviously AJ lost, but to be honest with you, man, he lost to the better fighter at the end of the
He
day.
got schooled, man.
He lost to the better
No,
fighter,
I
so you
wouldn't
can't really
say. I
complain
wouldn't.
about it.
He
EJ,
got
EJ,
schooled,
Like,
relax.
bruh.
Usyk,
Like,
EJ,
look at
relax.
the end of the fight, bruh.
Yeah,
Look at
but
the
listen,
Usyk did better than what I expected. Do you know what I mean?
listen. I wouldn't
Dan.
say.
But
I wouldn't say he got schooled because to me there was rounds where he hurt. There was
Why was
rounds
he
where
fighting that strategy? Like, so I want to know why is he fighting that strategy? Why are you coming in,
that's
dropping that
something
weight,
that's something
trying
I need
to playing footsie? You're playing footsie with a guy who's better boxer. I mean, the bruv, his trainers are idiots, bruv. All you gotta do, yeah, step on it, yeah, left hook to the body, straight right, uppercut, busy flurry, make him feel your power. Like AJ's playing footsies, man.
He should have
Loudest
used he should have used the Canelo tactics, mate. Power shot straight up. Usyk can't deal with power. I'm surprised he done that tactic, to be honest with you, because he's the
I'm
bigger
not sure
guy.
about that, Edge. No, he took AJ's best shots, in my view.
But I feel like if AJ would have
He
came out with that power,
he didn't put no shots together. Like against he didn't put nothing together. He was trying to be technical. He was trying to be technical with a better technical fighter. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, let me just say this. I mean, that's a good point, but I think part of the reason why he tried to keep up with Usyk's pace because he didn't want to compromise his endurance. We all know he has endurance problems, especially when he puts on a lot of muscle.
That's why you focus on doing power shots. You don't throw as many shots as Usyk. Usyk is always going to throw more shots than you because he's a smaller guy. He's going to throw more shots. But then all you do is that's why I said the Canelo tactics. The Canelo tactics is like, for example, I'll give you the example of what was it Amir Khan and Canelo.
Billy Joe Saunders.
Billy Joe Saunders, another example. Billy Joe Saunders is throwing more shots. Even Kovalev, the Kovalev fight, Kovalev was throwing more shots, and Canelo was focusing on the power shots because the power shots and the body shots is going to make him tire quicker later on, and then you get him out in the later rounds. You're not going to outpoint Usyk. That's like as you've just seen. You're not going to outpoint him because he's a better boxer overall.
Yeah, but you can say.
I think that's a good point, but I think also.
Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Go away.
You can say that, but you have to look at Canelo's skill set. He's got better defense than AJ.
Yeah, thank you. I was going to point that out.
You can't just say, "Oh, Canelo did this, Canelo did that." AJ, even when he was covering up, he was still getting. He left bits open.
AJ's got a good defense. AJ's got a good defense. But the problem was that he was trying to be technical. He's trying to show, I can be technical too. Like, so I'm going to show that I can be technical. And then he got, maybe he saw the Ruiz fight and everyone was like, maybe he thought he was too big for his boots or something. I don't know what it was. Maybe he saw the Chisora fight and thought, maybe he ain't all that. Maybe he underestimated Usyk a little bit. I don't know. But
I don't think he underestimated him. He just lost a better man, in my view.
I don't know that
I think that AJ, look, at the end of the day, Usyk. I think Usyk is a pound for pound, definitely. He's unified champion in 2 weight divisions. He's still undefeated. He still ain't being beat yet.
Yo, Dan, and Fight Doctor. No,
what's
the
up?
funny thing, and I told EJ this right before the fight started, that AJ came out and he had a little bit of Apollo Creed thing going on before the fight. You're not supposed to do that.
I know. You know what? When he said in the press conference,
walk
this
over,
is like
and he went on stage and they had the fireworks going up and he shadow boxing and all that. That's like dancing. Doing that, like before you get in the ring with a guy, that's like dancing on the way to the ring. Like you're not you're supposed to be all business. It's like he was going like basically it's like he was having a going away party.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, real quickly though.
I was concerned when he was having a press conference. I was concerned when he was like, this is like practice. This is like practice. Nah, mate. Practice and real fighting is completely different, mate. You don't go in there like practice. You go in there to do a fucking job. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You're not like when he started talking like that got me a little bit worried, man, because he was talking like, he's giving me the Andy Ruiz vibes, except you're fighting a better fighter. Do you know what I mean?
You can't
be going in there with them kind of vibes, man.
Yeah, but that's a good point though. But the thing is too is that eye, and he might have an eye injury because I know Eddie Hearn was just alluding to that. So let's just hope that's not serious. I know he's gonna have to get that looked at.
Like I said,
AJ, but
like I
AJ's saying
said
he
to
wants an
me,
immediate rematch. He's saying he wants an immediate rematch.
That's fine. I believe he wants it.
He needs to change his team, bro. They what, bro? Whoever told him to drain himself. Like, why are you draining yourself to a catch weight? Or maybe that was in the contract. Drain yourself in the catch weight and start playing footsies. You mad, bro? Like, I don't know what whoever. Oh, it wouldn't it be great if AJ outboxed him and showed him he's better class. Why would you do that? You're a heavyweight, bro. You're a feared heavyweight. Like, literally, they fought themselves, bro. They need to be sacked. The whole team needs to be sacked.
Well, I may be honest with you. I'll be honest with you, EJ. I'll be honest with you. I think if he came in around 250 or 260, this fight probably could have ended a lot sooner. I'm gonna be honest. I think it would have. I think he would have gassed in his first 2 or 3 rounds.
Put Buddy McGurk in the corner, and I don't care
Wow,
what weight.
Buddy McGurk.
Buddy McGurk,
I
Buddy,
think-
any trainer, Eddie Mustapha Muhammad, Mr. Bashir, anyone in the corner, and I bet you they come home with a W. There's no
I may be
way.
one of those
I
other
think-
guys.
I think
but
that
Buddy
Usyk-
McGurk, it feel like his fight is always getting stopped brutally.
What do you mean? Like, he knows boxing. Get out of here, White.
I didn't say he knows boxing, but I feel like his fight is always getting stopped.
He got loads of fighters though, but like if you listen to him, do what he asks you to do, you don't get stopped. Some people don't listen to him, so. Right? But what I'm saying is that I need to talk to Jonathan Banks. I got to talk, bruv. I'm looking at the whole of England is doomed, right? They're doomed right now.
Why?
Well, let me just say this though. Let me say this real quickly. Any chance of
Wilder's one interesting thing, is that Wilder's fighting Fury in 2 weeks. If Wilder beats Fury, it could be Usyk and Wilder.
That's good. That'd be good for boxing. Wilder will fight him. Wilder will go for him.
No, I think if Wilder fights Usyk, I think that Usyk beats
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I like Wilder, but I don't like his chances in that fight against Usyk.
Wilder beat Usyk, man. With Malik Scott in the corner, he definitely gonna beat him.
I got him. He's gonna bum rush Usyk because that guy ain't got he don't got enough power to buzz him off one. Like, he needs to tire you out.
Dillian White will beat Usyk. Right.
I don't know about that one, DJ.
Dillian White beat Usyk, bro.
Best chance to be undisputed.
You know who the guys that's happy right now? The guys is happy.
Dillian White is too chinny to beat Usyk, bro. Dillian White.
No, but Usyk.
And he's too slow, man. He's slower than AJ on his foot, man. I don't know.
But
he'll hit you and let you know.
I actually agree that
White is the body snatcher.
I agree. Dillian White would be
what's going to stop Usyk.
Dillian White would do everything.
With body shots.
Dillian White would do everything that Usyk was supposed to do tonight. He'd be rough and tumble.
He will do the Chisora tactics.
Exactly. He would exactly. He would take a page out of Chisora's book, do the same thing, come with the wide sweeping right hands, remind Usyk that he's in the ring with a heavyweight who can punch. Okay, and I'm not going for the okie doke. So yeah, I agree. White would beat Usyk, no question.
And that's why the Chisora fight was much closer.
I don't know about that.
Because Chisora bullied Usyk, it took Usyk off his game. Like with AJ, he gave Usyk too much respect, and because of that, he got connected too many times with the left hand. That's connected with the left hand.
Well, that's the thing, though. That's back to my initial point. Chisora is a type of crude fighter that likes to take a shot to give one back. That's what he likes to do. AJ's not that type of fighter. He's very methodical.
But that's what he needs to do. He needs to impose his size and to emphasize his attributes more. If he emphasized, if I was in his camp, the first thing I say is, okay, right, get back up to at least 245, 250, 245, 250. And I don't want you to throw, because the reason why AJ was getting tired is because he's throwing too many shots, too many petty shots.
He was missing a lot of them too.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the thing.
He's throwing too many petty shots.
Ed, you and Rafi and whoever else, you're crying yourself to sleep in your pillow tonight.
Nah, you're talking.
Well, you know what it is.
I haven't seen you since the longest, and you re-emerge, and now you got to fix it. Let me tell you something. AJ's in a life contract. AJ got a one minute. AJ got a lifetime contract with Eddie Hearn. It's worth shit. Ain't worth shit now. You got one more fight on that. AJ needs to go about himself, bro. Because Eddie Hearn has almost built his career and destroyed it in one go. He should have vacated the belt. All you do, vacate the WBO belt, leave Usyk alone, and then go fight with Wilder Fury in a mega fight where you know you got a better chance. That's done, man. You got 2 losses on your resume, bruv. You have to go back in a rematch with a guy that most people think you can't beat. You didn't
That
even
don't
fight him
matter,
in the first
man.
place.
Lennox Lewis had more than 2 losses in his resume.
Bruv,
Don't
he ain't
matter.
never.
Losses don't matter in the heavyweight division, man.
Andy Joshua ain't no Lennox Lewis.
Muhammad Ali got how many losses has Muhammad Ali had?
I was about to tell you that.
I don't know.
Well, to be fair, look,
I
man,
don't know
Anthony
any
Joshua
great
is no
heavyweights
Lennox
out there.
Lewis. I mean, look, Lennox Lewis was a
Who's
much
been
better
undefeated.
fighter. Much better all-around fighter than AJ, man. I can't really compare the two.
But the point is that how many great fighters has been undefeated?
Well, that's true. You got a good point. Many great fighters lose fights and come back and win them.
But my point to
that's
that
right.
is though too.
Yeah, you're right.
Is like after seeing this, do you really think that AJ could beat Tyson Fury? Hell no. Like that,
but you say that, but Tyson Fury ain't got the footwork of Usyk.
Yeah, Tyson Fury is not Usyk.
He got a way
Tyson
better
Fury is not
educated
Usyk.
jab.
Let's get that clear.
The jab. Listen, the jab and the feints is what's really tiring AJ out.
But the difference is, you're just looking at it from one aspect of the jabs and the feints, but you have to look at you have to look at the fact that Tyson Fury, even though he has jabs and feints, he doesn't have the same head movement like Usyk. Usyk moves head side to side every time. So you can't really, you can't really get a gauge of where you're gonna punch him.
The left wasn't.
Fury is bigger than him, so he doesn't have to worry about. Look, the main thing that Usyk
he has a longer reach than Usyk.
No,
is
but
that he
Tyson
has to work his way in for. He has to work his way in the range for that jab.
Yes, but then, like you said,
when he feints, he's gonna be already there to land that jab and that right hand. Like,
what I'm saying is this is the mistake AJ made in terms of fighting technical. Because against Tyson Fury, you know he's not gonna fight technical. He's gonna fight on the inside, because that's the only way he can win the fight. That's what I'm saying. He should have done to Usyk as well. He should have been a bit bigger and tried to dominate him. That's what I'm saying. With Tyson Fury ain't got the footwork of Usyk to move around, move around the ring like that. Even when he fought Wilder, if you look, every time it's because all Wilder wanted to do was throw the 1-2. So every time Tyson Fury just ducks.
I can't believe you're comparing Usyk to Tyson Fury.
Yeah, you can't compare in terms of style. You can't do that.
They're 2 completely different
that,
fighters.
No, what I'm saying is the jab and the feint is his downfall, and he ain't gonna be able to get past that with Tyson Fury.
No,
but Tyson Fury's a taller guy.
I'm saying the reason why
that's what's gonna make the fight even easier fight for him.
Yes,
because this guy was getting backed up. First of all, you see how he was trying to hold the middle of the ring. He's not even gonna be able to do that versus Tyson Fury.
Yeah,
well,
you know what?
You can't say that because Tyson Fury got backed up against Wilder in the first fight.
Him too much respect.
But Wilder's longer with a punch that he was worried about. Look what happened in the second fight when he just don't even when he
you comparing Wilder's not good though. You're comparing 2 separate things. If Usyk faced Wilder, Usyk could probably knock Wilder out.
You think Usyk could beat Wilder?
Wilder,
you think Usyk could beat Wilder? No.
Yes.
Hey, YG, you my boy, but hey, YG, let me.
That right.
Wait, YG, hold up. Let me just say this. Hold up, Dwayne, real quickly. You're my boy, but after what I see what Usyk did and what his skill set is, I don't like Wilder chances in that fight, man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it.
Why you what you call it? But I do like his chances because. Unlike y'all looking at the loss that he got to Tyson Fury, which is a bigger man. If he gets to fight somebody, hold on, let me just finish and make my statement. If he gets to get in the ring with somebody that he's bigger than, and now he can just extend that right hand and just land it on them, he got a high.
Okay, but let me ask you this. You say that, yeah? Hold on.
What are you talking about, man?
Let me just say this. Let me just say this. Listen. You're saying that, yeah, but you're forgetting Wilder lost every round to Luis Ortiz, who's a much better boxer, but he's flat-footed. You can't do that.
But he's a bigger man. You're naming people. All right.
But yes.
So name somebody that's Usyk size that looked at that good versus Wilder.
Listen.
There's no one. Wilder hasn't got a good resume.
Yes.
The only good person on his resume is Fury, and he lost twice and got knocked out.
He lost
the second fight.
Wilder,
can't compare
Well,
the two. He's talking cheese.
You
Well,
can't,
let me
you
just
can't
say
say that
this.
because when Wilder fought a technician in Luis Ortiz who's flat-footed and doesn't move, it doesn't move. Luis Ortiz, he's a counterpuncher. Usyk will dance all over the ring. Wilder does not have punch variations to beat a guy like Usyk. He just can't. He can't. It'll be too easy to read.
Usyk is better than Luis Ortiz.
Right
He's
hand
got
will
better
detonate.
head movement, better footwork. He's
That
got
right
way,
hand will
way,
detonate.
way better footwork than Luis Ortiz.
You talking about jumping in and bullying him. The things that y'all asking why AJ didn't do, Wilder's gonna do. He's
He
gonna
can't
jump
do
him and
that.
detonate on him.
Who is Wilder bullied? He has never bullied anybody in no fights.
Never.
He was losing cleanly to Ortiz before that one-shot knockout. And that shot, Usyk will never land that shot on thing. He'll never land that shot on Usyk.
That's what you think.
Well, hey, we're talking about is if Usyk and Wilder already fight for undisputed titles. So let's just wait till Wilder if he gets past Fury, and that
No,
fight's
but
in 2 weeks.
I'm debunking the fact that he said that how AJ is gonna fight Fury. If AJ was to fight Fury, is to me they're two completely different
Styles
fighters.
make fights. It's two completely different fights.
Different fighters. They're two,
Right.
You're comparing Usyk to Fury.
It's all right, man. Because y'all had AJ winning this fight, so of course y'all. It's hard for y'all.
It made more sense than Mikey
AJ. Why did
AJ
AJ winning as well? Why do you lie? You had AJ.
This is coming from a guy that thought Mikey Garcia had a chance against Errol fucking Spence, mate. And now you're comparing Usyk to fucking Tyson Fury. Fuck.
I'm talking about this is the point that you're missing out on. I'm talking about the feints and the jabs, which was giving him problems.
Yeah, I mean, to YG's point, that is Joshua's Achilles heel.
You just trying to jump on the fact of you think you comparing. I'm talking about the feint and the jabs.
Yes,
that's what I'm talking about.
But
Fury.
Yes,
let me tell you what was the problem. It wasn't just the feints. It was his jab movements and his footwork. What was the it wasn't just the left hook and the jab. It was his footwork and the way he was moving. His left is left, and that was what was the key. Tyson Fury doesn't do that in his fights. This is why I was saying to AJ to move to the left.
Tyson Fury, I've never seen. This is just me. I've never seen Tyson Fury throw a jab that's turned into a check left hook. I've never seen that.
He doesn't do that. That's what I'm saying to you. Two completely different fighters. He's comparing chalk and cheese.
First of all, Usyk didn't do that either because Usyk is a right-handed.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking obviously from his stance. His lead hand.
You mean his right?
Usyk did that in the second round. Usyk threw a jab and then he just turned it into a little quick flick.
That's what he does. That's what Lomachenko does as well. Lomachenko, he moves the way he moves his hands. He looks like he's throwing a jab. He turns into a left hook. He throws a left hook. He turns it into an uppercut, and he's keep on moving it, and at the same time moving towards Anthony Joshua's right. And then Anthony Joshua was too stagnant to notice, and by then it's too late. It was connecting him. Whereas I was saying that AJ needs to move to his left. He needs to continue when you're fighting a southpaw. He needs to. And the problem is probably AJ was sparring. With sparring, he's probably sparring lesser quality opponents than Usyk.
To be fair,
AJ had amateur preparation. Going to Sheffield, training in the amateur preparation. Going back to Finchley amateur club. Where's your base? You know what I mean? Like, you got all this money, you're being stingy. And this is what I'm trying to say to you, bro. Them man there are on the bullshit. They're on the bullshit. You know what I mean?
They're not.
When you're a trainer, you need a base and you need some quality trainers. Brother, I listened to Ron McCracken. Just keep him keep turning. Why are you making me run around, bruv? I'm the heavyweight champion, man. You're making me run around? Man, you must be out your this ain't no amateur. This is the heavyweight championship of the world. And you've been knocking out guys. All of a sudden, you make me look like I'm scared of this guy. Nah, man, I'm had enough of this shit. I'm getting in there. No wonder AJ is pissed off. He want a rematch, right? He want a rematch tomorrow. You know why? Because he's like, I don't know. I'm not fighting that way no more. I look like a coward. I look like
Yeah,
a
he can
coward.
have that rematch, but that eye needs to be looked at. So
Bro,
that'd be
Usyk's
determination.
See, have a check up on his eye, and then I'll go for a rematch. If I was him, I would say I'll put on more weight, more size, and bully him. I would just say bully, like, because Usyk can be beat. He's a bigger guy. He's a big. If he
Well,
went
if
and
you
went for
do
the
that,
bully
then you
tactics,
compromise your
he would
endurance.
stop him.
Yeah, if
He
you
was
do that, you're
Usyk was hurt
gonna
as soon as
compromise your endurance. I'm
I
just
was
saying, if you
surprised
do,
as soon
hold
as
up,
soon as he connected a couple
okay.
body shots, Usyk was hurt. So I was thinking, okay, he's going to continue that and it's going to stop him, but he didn't. He just went back to the same old.
No, like I said, if you saw in the fifth, I don't know if it was the fifth or the sixth round, AJ hit Usyk with a hard straight right, and Usyk's legs froze. But it's like AJ just admired his work. He just admired it instead of jumping on him.
He was like, yeah, I look good, didn't
Bro, he just admired his work, bro. That's what he was doing. Every time he caught Usyk hard, he just admired his work, and then he let Usyk back into the round. There was a load of swing rounds because AJ was winning half the round, and then Usyk closed out the round really well. Or
Yeah.
Usyk started the
Well, I
round off
think
well.
part of the problem is that I think part of the problem is that AJ was landing, let's say, one good shot, big shot, then he was getting countered with like 3 unanswered shots. I
Yeah,
think
but
that's what
that's
he
what I
was
said.
worried
But
about.
that's what I mean,
Yeah.
Dan, because he wasn't following up his work.
Well, that's true. Right.
Yeah,
Right. You're right.
he'd land a straight right, and then Usyk would be there, and then he'll be worried about what's coming back at him. Do you
Yeah,
understand?
that's what I'm saying. He's throwing one shot. If you're going to do the same that tactic, he needs to do double jabs, triple jabs.
And he didn't.
Right.
And he
Two
did
triple
not.
jabs.
There was
That's what
even I
Klitschko was
think
good
in
at.
the
He
in
was
the
good at
ninth
throwing double
in the
jabs.
ninth in the ninth he hurt Usyk to the body. He
I
hurt him
think
Straight right. You're
yeah.
straight right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I think there's one thing
really
we're
hurt
missing here.
Usyk to the body.
Yeah, I think there's one thing we're missing that AJ should do next time. Cut off the ring better, because you let Usyk get away and do what he wanted in that ring tonight. That's exactly what happened. You
Yeah,
didn't cut
he
off
should
the ring at all.
have jumped. He
Well,
should have jumped at him. He should have jumped at him from the. He should have jumped. AJ should have done him. How cruiserweight champions like Jack Dempsey and when they're fighting George Carpentier, when Lennox Lewis fighting, one of them cruiserweights, whatever. I don't know, whatever. You need to jump on him. One of my trainers was talking to Austin. He said, "Hey, AJ should have beat him in 3 rounds. AJ should have went 100% at him." Hardcore for 3 rounds, and if you couldn't get him out of that, then you deserve to
I
lose.
think that now he's
No,
he's
bro,
fought Usyk.
as you can see, there's no point playing footsie with him. There's no point playing around with this guy trying to go the distance. There's no way. You have to be who you are. Go for him 100% from round 1 and go for him. You understand? Put this guy under pressure. That's what he didn't do.
Sleep.
Try and put him to sleep.
I think personally, the rematch is winnable for AJ if he goes back to the Savage AJ and just dominate. Use his size,
confident, man.
Use his power, and just
the ring's gonna. Listen. AJ in the negotiations, they made the ring smaller. They made Usyk walk longer to the ring. You see, Usyk was sweating. They done little things here to make Usyk uncomfortable. Nothing. Eddie Hearn was the promoter of Usyk, and that's why he put the AJ protectors, Tony Bellew, Derek Chisora. They put the protectors
Howard
out
Foster as one of the judges too. I mean, come on.
Dan, let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
Right, so they put guys in there to make Usyk, to make him not credible. So that's why the media, he didn't look good against them guys. Chad Witherspoon. That's Eddie Hearn, putting these now, his promotional deal is over. So none of these games you're pulling, making Usyk walk to the ring, making the ring very small, because that ring was small. It was suited for AJ, right? AJ should have took no. Now we're gonna go back to negotiations. The ring's gonna be bigger. The ring, we're gonna have everything in our favor. That's what AJ's got to deal with. I don't see how he wins the fight with the people he's got in his corner. I don't see how he wins the fight. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah. But I was just saying though, look, I think the rematch definitely is going to happen. But if AJ's going to win this fight, yeah, he's definitely going to have to make some changes. I'm not sure about putting on much more weight would definitely help, because you have to think about his endurance. I think that's the number one issue that's going to plague him, which makes him more vulnerable. That's my view. But I think he needs to stop going for those feints. That's his Achilles heels. He's got to figure that out. He's definitely got to move his head, dude. Stop tacking in the center line, dude. Move your head away from the center line. That's why he was getting tagged with those lefts all night by Usyk. All night he was getting hit by those lefts. I don't recall Alexander Usyk missing with that left. Maybe with the one wild swing, and I think in the later rounds, but that was it. So again, I mean, this is not Andy Ruiz, okay? I mean, what I mean by that is that For him to win the rematch, you're going to have, Andy Ruiz was compromised in that rematch. Well, obviously that was more due to Andy Ruiz not training for the fight. That's his fault. But this is a different fighter we're talking about here. This is a guy who's very disciplined, very skilled, decorated amateur. And like I said, he takes the sport far more seriously than Andy Ruiz. He's traveled around the world. He's beaten every champion in their backyard, every single champion.
Bro, he gave the guy too much respect. That's all I'm saying.
Usyk
You're the
is
champ. That's what they.
AJ's
out here. Hey, 1 minute. AJ's out here playing chess with Adam Smith on Sky. You don't play. Why are you playing chess with him? And you let the guy beat you, right? And you see AJ's doing. Then AJ walks off and whatever. AJ's not about boxing, bro. He's earned so much money with Eddie Hearn. I don't think he's hungry no more, man. You know what I mean? And then why are you listen to your team? I'm going to listen to you. AJ's type of guy who listens to teams. So if his team say play chess, I'm going to play chess. That's what's going on here, man. Like, how you going to let your team tell you ain't got, bro, them guys over there, yeah, I don't know whoever told you to do that to that fight. Bro, I was watching the fight. I was like, okay, when are you going to turn up and when are you going to put some flurries on this guy? Never did. And he had nothing left in the tank. And as you can see, bro,
here's another thing too. Here's another thing too that I noticed too, and people don't pick this up. I picked this up in the fight, and there was a couple fights before this. Why is Joshua continue to load up from out of range? He got to stop doing that. And that's what I seen tonight too. He was loading up from out of his range, and that's when Usyk was able to counter him too. So he's got to stop doing that. Stop loading up from out of your range, or sometimes in mid range. Stop doing that. You got to learn to place your shots before start loading up like that. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, like I think. Look, I think like Usyk, give him his props, man. He's definitely pound for pound. I think he's in the top 3, man. In the top 3, pound for pound. And like and I think he is beatable in the heavyweight division just because of his size. And I think that you've seen the blueprint, and AJ didn't use the blueprint, so maybe he has to look at his team and have a look at his team and think, okay, well, you guys got this wrong. Maybe I need to make some adjustments. Maybe I do need to change my coach. Maybe I do need to freshen things up a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because
right.
He should have got the tactics right in this fight. He was clearly the bigger guy, and the tactics, and he can't out. And you should, and they should know AJ enough to know that he can't. He can't outbox.
You cannot outbox Oleksandr Usyk. You can't do it.
Yeah, you weren't going to win on points.
To me, he can keep his cut man, because that eye swelled up and that cut man got in the corner. He worked on that beautifully.
Right.
I thought that eye, the way it looked at before.
AJ Usyk's.
Yeah, well, both of them had bad eye cuts on their eyes.
Because we only talk about AJ switching his team.
AJ, I agree. If he can get sticks, listen, bro, I'll clean them out. I bring sticks to Ran. I make Jonathan Banks my head trainer. But I need a guy to tell me the truth. I know, honestly, I need a girl to tell me the truth and tell me what I need to do to step my foot on the gas. That's what I need a guy. I don't need a guy to just go through the motions and tell me politically. I want some guy to tell me what you need to do to stay. You're losing the fight. You're losing the fight. They never once in the corner say, bruv, the fight's too close, you need to separate it.
That's true. What was the urgency for Robert
We listen to old time trainers, man, they're losing the plot. Man, why you got this guy in here for? You're going to stay in there longer. You're going to embarrass yourself. You need to get this man out of here. Never did I hear that. Never.
Isn't Banks training Tyson Fury, though?
Who?
No, he's not. No, he's not training Tyson Fury. That's Sugar Hill.
No, you never one of them trainers. You know them old two trainers so aggy. They're always aggy. Right? Sometimes you think they go too far, but they give you that kind of like notion that this is getting do you understand we're losing the fight? Like you never heard that. When I'm in a corner, and I was in a corner weekend, my guy lost, right? Bro, I told my guy in the last round, bro, you need to open up. You understand what I'm saying to you? You need to open up. He got dropped in the second round, right? I said, you need to open up, bro. You're losing the fight. Go out here boxing this guy. Go out and fight him. And that's what he did. I think he went. But that's what I'm trying to say. You needed a change of pace. And I'm trying to say to you, they are all too nice, bro. They're all too nice. Someone needs to tell him, bro, step on the gas. You're losing the fight. Tommy Brooks, Bring one of them old American trainers, Mr. Bashir. You know, if I call Mr. Bashir now, he gonna be hollering. I told you. He told me years ago. He said to me, Oleksandr Usyk will beat Joshua and Wild. I said, you must be crazy. I said they're too small. He said, bruh, I'm telling you, they would beat them, and you see why. But you know what? Listen, let me tell you, son. If Anthony Joshua was Anthony Joshua, right? I think Anthony Joshua have a good way of beating him because Usyk was getting peppered up, but Joshua, for whatever reason, he kept turning and he was doing whatever. But Joshua wanted to fight him. He wanted to fight him, but the trainers told him, "Don't do it. Don't do it." Because you know why? They wanted him to have something left because maybe they believe in Joshua that his stamina is not good enough.
Yeah, that's all right. Exactly. His endurance has always been the issue. That's what they were worried about.
Well, let him go out. Let him go out how he's supposed to go out on his back and let him try. You know what I mean? No, for real. This way he got embarrassed, man. He got embarrassed, and he really did because bro, this guy is a big. This guy is a big, powerful man.
Yeah, he got dominated tonight. Man. He got dominated tonight. He got dominated.
Dan, you know what else I knew he was?
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't say dominated.
No, Usyk won that fight. 9 rounds of 3 on my card.
He won that fight, but it wasn't a domination. I wouldn't say like, oh my god, it was like complete domination. I think
Usyk definitely won the first 4 rounds. Mid rounds, yeah, Joshua came back. I get it, but the last 3 rounds or maybe 4 rounds. Usyk clearly took those 4 rounds. Especially the last one. Especially the last one where he punctuated it when he had Joshua hurt badly in that round. That last round, we all saw.
I think that AJ. The problem was that, for example, like I think that people say stamina is the issue. Like when he fought, what was it, Klitschko? Like what was it when he fought Klitschko? He in the 11th round he came in with that burst.
Yeah.
In the 11th round against Klitschko, he didn't do that against Usyk. The reason why is that in Klitschko fight, he was managing his shots better. He wasn't throwing shots. Against Usyk, he was trying to do an Usyk. He was just throwing, having his arm out all the time. That makes you tired. It makes you tired, especially when you're missing. And he was doing that all the fight. I was thinking, don't try and copy Usyk. Usyk is Usyk. You do you.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a good point. Maybe again to the point though, he was bothered by the movement of Usyk because that's what Usyk does when he moves. He circles around guys and make them tired because that's what he was trying to figure out.
That's why the movement is important. That's why against a southpaw, when you're fighting someone with a southpaw, then you move to the left to move away. You get from his left hand. You move away from his left because that's what Usyk does. He was moving that left, and then he was because Anthony Joshua wanted to get his right hand in.
Yeah,
he moved right in front of Usyk, and then Usyk was able to hit him. But what you needed to do was move it to the left, and then Usyk can't. You throw that left, that he takes the left out of the equation, and then you can hit him with a body shot to the side. You can hit him with then Usyk hasn't got no other. Then Usyk has to change his game up.
Dan, what you like when the 12th bell rung, right? And they decided to go to the scorecards. Like what percentage did you think that the judges was gonna do some bull crap?
What's up? What you say that again, YG?
After the 12th bell rung, right? The 12th round ended, right? And they was reading the scorecards. What part of you thought that it could be a robbery? Like what percentage?
You know what? I would say this:
I was at a 40% chance thinking like, yo, damn, they still might G him and give it because we just seen early on the scorecards that
with Cabo Adden, that's
clearly lost. So I was like, yo, if Eddie and them can get Campbell to win, like right now, because once I didn't hear that that 114, I knew it wasn't going to be a draw because I was thinking that when it's not a draw. They named it for a unanimous decision, so I was like, damn, they can still give this fight to AJ.
I mean, the thing is, you have to respect the UK judges, man. They don't do no Canelo shit around here. They don't do no Canelo shit around here. You know?
I don't know how Foster scored it. Wait, hold on.
In the Campbell fight,
they don't do no Canelo shit around here. Do you know what I mean?
Hold up. Howard Foster,
Canelo, not Campbell. I think Canelo shit.
No, well, Howard Foster scored that 7-5, man.
I'm saying Campbell, but I should say Hatton. They just robbed the guy in the Hatton fight. The Hatton clearly lost that fight, and they gave him the victory.
Yeah, let me just say this.
Campbell Hatton is not like his dad, man. is not.
Yeah,
like
we know he
Campbell
cannot
Hatton.
fight. I mean, I don't need to disrespect the kid, but he cannot fight, man. They
Nah,
need
he's
to
only
retire.
20 though. He got plenty
Campbell
of time
Hatton.
to improve.
Do you know what? And it's just sad. It's just sad to see like these fighters getting a leg up because of their dad's last name.
Nepotism.
And
Yeah, we all know it's
and they're
nepotism. Yeah.
you know what I mean? And it's just they're getting cheap clout off their father's last name, and they're just not good enough. Do you know what I mean? When there's quality fighters in there that are not getting the opportunities. Do you know what I mean? And we're starting to see it now. Like their sons, they're coming into boxing, and they're not good, and they're just getting cheap. They're using the last name to get. Do you know what I mean? It's just not good right now.
I mean,
yeah.
It's just pissing me
It's
off,
nepotism.
man.
I mean, that's what it is. It's all about nepotism. But me, back to your question, YG. Did I think they were going to rob Usyk? Part of me thought it was going to happen, but after Usyk did in that last round, when he clearly dominated and had Joshua really hurt badly at the end, I thought to myself, you know, there's no way as a judge, you're good conscience, you can't rob that man from that fight. He boxed him. I mean, seriously, he boxed a beautiful fight. He boxed a beautiful fight from the beginning to the end. He did. He outclassed Joshua from the beginning to. It was a beautiful. That was a master class. What are you talking about? That was a master class.
Look. Hey,
it was.
I had no doubt that Usyk was going to get robbed. I didn't think Usyk was going to get robbed. I think it was a clear win for Usyk. I didn't think it was too close to the judges. I think Usyk done a fantastic performance.
Well, you know how Alfonso tried his best. He scored it 7-5 for Usyk.
Yeah, no, but like that's why you have 3 judges. But like, you know what I mean? To count the crap one. But yeah, do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's a master performance. I don't even feel upset about it because at the end of the day, the better man won. With Andy Ruiz, I had a bitter to my mouth because I knew that AJ had had him beat. But this one, it was like a fair result. Usyk was a better fight on the night, and he did a masterful performance. It was a good performance. Do you know what I mean? And you can't say nothing about it. You know, Usyk is undefeated, 2-weight world champion. Do you know what I mean?
Pound for pound.
You know, pound for pound. He's beating people away from home as well, away from home in different parts of the world. He fought in front of 60,000, the biggest fight of his career, and normally people get nervous. But you know, like Billy Joe,
you know, as people,
and then look at Usyk. Do you know what I mean? It just shows that there's levels to this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what people don't know? Usyk actually fought in fought where I'm living at a couple of times. So this man is not afraid to go to anybody's backyard. He's a world traveler. He doesn't care. Just tell me when, where the fight will be.
So
he doesn't care.
So you think they're going back to Saudi?
Nah, they're not going back to Saudi for this one. I doubt it. I mean, if it does, I Usyk don't care. He doesn't care.
Let me say something. Fury and Wilder, and the days of these guys dominate the division is over, bro. We have a new guy in the division. I don't see how if I was AJ, I'd retire, man.
I don't think. Really? I don't want to go that
far. Man. Bro, trainers, people, bro, they retire. There's no point, man. He ain't got the Dan. Eddie Hearn made him so much money, signed a new contract with. Bro, he might as well for that contract. Bro, just retire, man. He's not ambitious enough.
Maybe he knew when he signed that contract till the end of his career. Maybe he knew that tonight was the night.
Because you know how much was that contract worth? That contract was worth probably 100 mil, and he's got endorsements, bruv. The man's got money, but now he hasn't got his belt. So it's like, okay, I'm a champion, but I haven't got my belts. And now you want to see how people treat him now. You know what I'm trying to say to you? And now you got Usyk, yeah, he's going back to his country in the Ukraine, bruv, as big as Vitaly Klitschko. And it's a wrap, bro. This fight's no longer going to be in England. I'll tell you that right now. It's going to be.
It depends what the contract says. Because you know Joshua always.
Nah, even a rematch, but they got to rush. You got the Ukraine millionaires, bidding on the fight. They're going to drag it into the Ukraine. You're not coming back here again, man. This guy was big in the Ukraine. I've seen the crowd in the Ukraine when he goes there. The whole of Kiev. All of them gonna go there. There's no way you're gonna. Andy Joshua he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it, bro. You might also retire, right?
Look, part of me believes the only way Joshua could win the rematch if Usyk somehow compromises himself, just like Andy Ruiz did going into the rematch. But this is not Andy Ruiz. This is a guy who's always disciplined, always in shape, always there training. So I'm not sure about Joshua's chances in a rematch. I'll be honest. I'm not sure.
They try to give him. They try to lay him off as well. They try to lay him off Usyk for over a year as well. They try to make him rusty. They made him walk to the ring late. They try all these little things, try to get in. And the kid, you know why the kid won? Because in the day they knew they could beat him. They knew they could beat Andy Joshua because you see when that Tyson Fury went down, Eddie Hearn had nowhere else to go. He should have. If he was smart, they should have vacated the belts. Like, I ain't fighting him. That's what they did to Chris Bird. Lex Lewis says, I ain't fighting no South. They were talking about on the broadcast about Southpaw. Chris Bird was another Southpaw champion. They should have vacated the belt, let Usyk fight Joe Joyce, and let Usyk earn the right. So you gave Usyk $1 million payday. He's beat a marquee fighter. You know what I mean? You're basically the next the sport rising since Canelo in terms of money mark. And we could talk about Canelo and Sweet Hands, you get me? But that's not Caleb Plant. But what I'm saying is that at this point right now, Andy Joshua's looking at himself in the mirror and say, bruv, do I even need this? Because he's going to go in the second fight and try and go for him, right? Wherever the fight is going to go for it. And it's not going to work because you're hitting ghosts. And Usyk is going to lock. His stamina is amazing. His stamina is amazing.
Yeah, but what I think the stamina go for body shots, man. Body shots. That's what he needs to do. He needs to go for the body shots.
I know, but you can't. He did, but he just. He did, but what I'm saying is that you can see his stamina is amazing because you see he said they do 50. This Adam Swift did. He said they do 15 rounds and they do 4-minute rounds. They do 4 minute 15 rounds, yeah. So he's getting the extra thing, and you can see he had a second win. Joshua wasn't doing those 4 minute 15 rounds. He wasn't doing that, and that's why you could see at the end he ain't never. And that's what Usyk does to everyone. He did to Marco Huck, who's fit. He does to all of them. He wears everyone out because he's conditioning. Mayweather's the same. People go in there and see Mayweather and they think they could roll up. They don't understand how his conditioning is supreme. And that's what Usyk has. The thing is, when you got that supreme conditioning, your best bet is to do what Derek Zura thing. That's what Fight Doctor said. I agree. Should have just jumped on him, man. And don't worry about if you get tired. Just put hands all up on his dome.
Or get hit. I think he was worried about getting hit.
Don't worry about Usyk, what Usyk's bringing, man. Don't worry. See, you know what it is, Dan, and you're right. They worry about he too worry about. I don't want to get embarrassed, but you got embarrassed, my man. It doesn't matter.
Well, he did. Yeah, exactly. In front of your hometown, you got home country. That is, you got embarrassed. I'm sorry. I mean, look. At the end of the day, it's no shame to losing to a guy like Usyk, but
there is, because you're
why? There's no shame in that, man.
He's a heavyweight. You're a cruiserweight. Bro, if that wasn't HBO, they would be cussing. How you gonna let a cruiserweight come up and do you? I remember.
Would you have said the same for Vander Holyfield? What he did to all those heavyweights over the years?
When Evander moved up, yeah, you hear the commentators. I can't believe a cruiserweight is beating heavyweight.
I mean, who did like?
1 minute, YG. They gun bust up with one of the worst heavyweights ever. He goes, bro, that guy was no good. And then every time Evander Holyfield beat someone, this guy's no good. That guy's no good. These guys, they used to besmirch all of Evander Holyfield's product because they couldn't believe that this guy from the low weights came up, and that's what's happened here. And you can't believe it, bro. Why would you? Bro, this is madness, bro, right here. And you know, Usyk right now is in rare air like Evander Holyfield, bro. He's in rare air right now. Trust me.
Yeah, but as far as him being greater than Holyfield, no, I don't. Nah, Holyfield beat far better opposition when he was going up in the weights.
Joshua's better than Buster Douglas. I can tell you that for free.
Well, that's true. I'll give you that one. Yeah, but is he better than Mike Tyson? Is he better than? Let's say, let's say he's better than Mike Tyson. Is he better than Mike Tyson? Larry Holmes? George Foreman? Is Joshua better than George Foreman, Larry Holmes, and Mike Tyson?
No. I ain't worried about Joshua is going to be one of them heavyweights, yeah, who's just too cautious. Usyk has gone down. Like you said, he's rolled the dice fighting in people's backyard. When it all said and done, he's going to be up there with all the heavyweights and cruiserweights of all time, bro, because he gambled. He gambled and done something, and he wasn't worried about failing. And I think Joshua, because the way he goes on, he's too worried about failures. Like this second loss is like, you know what? I don't give a fuck no more. That's how he needs to be. I don't give a fuck no more, bro. Riddick Bowe, and them man, they would have put it on this guy, bro. They would have.
Yeah, they would have. They would have.
They would have kept on coming until they done him, bro. You know what I'm trying to say to you? That's how your mentality needs to be. Why are you talking there, Jay? Why we can hear you, Edge? You know?
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point, man. I mean, but let me just say this now. So, I hate to say this to the UK, man. I mean, the undisputed fight after what happened tonight, you can forget about that for sure. I don't see Josh.
We still got the undisputed. Like, not with AJ, But with Fury's the last one left.
Well, you got a champion. That's what I'm saying. But if he loses, then could we see Usyk versus Wilder for the undisputed championship?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Usyk's gonna be a favorite in that fight, bro.
Oh yeah, he will be.
That might be the lightest heavyweight fight that we see in a while too.
Yes, that's a good point. Yeah,
both of those guys is mad light, like,
and they're very quick. They're very quick, both of them.
And you know, the thing is, AJ's the biggest purse. Yeah, is the biggest payday out a lot. Then whoever feats when them Fury, they ain't making no money like they were making with AJ. AJ makes that money, bro. AJ brings that corporate sponsors, man. And so, you know, in that respect, the UK goes down, but bro, AJ, at least it goes down how you're supposed to go down, man.
Yeah, but as far as, let me just say this, for him to retire, like AJ still got a career. You have to understand that heavyweights have longer miles on their clock. I mean, that's up to him if he really wants to do it, but he's made a lot of money. He's got a lot of financial security, so I get it. But he's still got miles to do. I think he still does have something to prove going into the rematch. But again, it all depends on the eye, how how the condition of that right eye is. Hopefully, it's not damaged so bad that he's got to be out for a long time. Whereas then we may not get the rematch. Who knows? So I really hope he comes back. He will come back. He'll definitely be back. Will he win his titles back? Yeah, he will. But against Usyk in the rematch, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Unless Usyk is uninterested or not motivated, that's the only way he could beat Usyk.
Yeah, that's a good point. Joshua has to be motivated. I feel in the build up he wasn't motivated how he should been. You know what I mean?
That's true.
He was
probably.
It's always after fights that was supposed to happen. Then it's like, do you know what I mean? Because Eddie Hearn said he was worried about it because as soon as he was expecting to fight Tyson Fury and the fight didn't come off, and then he decided to fight Usyk, so it's like, oh. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, when he started talking, it was like, oh, it was like a practice. I'm treating this fight like it's like, no, you don't.
Yeah, that's what he does. See, AJ. Yeah, because the money and everything, and he's so happy about being Ruiz and getting.
He's got a lifetime contract.
Yeah, so and then he got a lifetime contract. He's this guy. He's bro. I'm happy the crowds are back. He's so. See what I'm trying to say. I remember I was listening to Ingram's live, and he goes, "Nah, he's wrong. He should be going. I'm coming here to whoop your ass. I know you come in my country, but I'm just gonna let you know I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Just let you know. None of this nice, man. See, stop playing these games with these people trying to say, well, if he's nice to me,
yeah.
I'm gonna be nice to him.
He needs to do some. But I mean, to be honest, you can't really hate. You can't really hate AJ for that.
AJ wants everyone to like him, bro. Stop playing these games. If he's nice,
hey, you know what? Don't mean to your point though. Me personally, I had no problem with AJ saying that, but you know what? Maybe he could have took the Andre Ward approach because Andre Ward said it best. There ain't no friends when we start fighting. Let's just be honest, all right? Because when the first fight with Sergey Kovalev came off, they were both respectful and all that stuff. But then when Kovalev went to shake his hand after the first, the fight, the first press conference to start the fight, he went over to shake his hand. Ward wasn't having it. He just shrugged him off. He's like, I ain't shaking your hand.
We can say pre-fight.
Now, one minute. We got my man Jamal coming. With Jamal, what's going on, Jamal? What's going on, Jay? Jamal,
what's going on, man?
What's going on? Yeah, what's going on, bro? Give us your take, man. What do you think, man? Go ahead. Yeah, we live, Jamal. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it was good. I was just there, front row seats.
Oh, you was in the arena. You was in the arena.
But for the first 20 seconds, yeah, I was there. I was just literally, you see the pictures in the group chat. I was like front row, bro.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just from the first 20 seconds, when I saw Usyk get in and I saw how he was, I could feel the confidence. When he started popping Joshua and that, I thought from the beginning, I said, nah, it's game over. And obviously I'm sad because obviously I'm British, I'm supporting AJ, but you can see it straight away, instantly. And that was just the theme. When you had the scorecards at 5-5 and you had AJ up, I couldn't believe it. I didn't know if I was watching the same fight. Nah, I swear to God, bro.
Hey, you gotta remember, for the TV angle. Go ahead, Jamal.
Honestly,
go ahead.
I had Usyk winning by a country mile, bro. Like, I'll give AJ like maybe 2-3 rounds, and this is from a fan. I was watching it live. Usyk was murdering him, popping him left, right, and center, spinning round him. It was amazing, bro. Like, watching that live was just unreal.
Well, hey, let me ask you this: do you think he beat him worse than Joe Joyce? Did Usyk did to Joe Joyce?
I didn't watch the Joe Joyce fight.
What are you talking about in the amateurs?
Well, that's semi-pro because it was at the World Series of Boxing, so they kind of count that as a pro, somewhat of a pro fight.
Nah. Oh, look, Jamal, you gotta understand, yeah. Remember, you're in the arena, you got weird side. I'm on TV angle, so when I was watching it from my angle, that's what I saw. But you know, when end of the day, I had Usyk cleaning up. He bagged the last 3, so. In the day, like thing on the scorecard, the judges didn't reflect it, but they had it by wide. So the new champion in that. But what do you think? Do you think AJ should retire? What do you think?
Nah, no way, man. I listen. Even though AJ lost, yeah, let's face it. He's like he fights. He don't really duck. He'll fight everyone. Like look at Wilder's opponents and Fury's opponents. At least AJ's fighting everyone. You know, he didn't vacate the belt. He took the fight. So hats off to him. I don't believe in losing and retiring. You know, you get up, dust yourself off, and you go again.
You know, but you know, where's his hunger from though? He ain't got no hunger no more, bro. What do you think?
Yeah, they say that, but do you know what he did? AJ tried to come in and do the technical boxing because he wanted all the respects and all the glory. Because everyone's saying Usyk's a master, blah blah blah. So what AJ come to do is like, all right, I'm gonna play your game. I'm gonna beat you. Now you have to give me all the glory, and everyone needs to say how technical I am. Next fight, AJ's gonna go there and just fucking
that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
AJ shouldn't go there doing no ticky-tacky. You know, he needs. You know what I mean, obviously it's not easy because Usyk's good. But next fight, AJ's gonna dust himself up and just brawl him out. Do you know what I mean? He's not gonna be here trying to, you know, go tick for tack with him.
Well, you know what? I think part of that is that when he goes in, somebody's got to tell him, don't worry about getting hit. You may get hit, but get hit and give it back, bro. Don't worry about that. Don't hesitate.
I was saying Dillian White would have dog washed him. Dillian White would have dog washed Usyk because Dillian would have beat Usyk. Go ahead, Jamal.
Yo, Jay, I get what you're saying, and then EJ really just brought it up too. Like you need for AJ to fight the fight that you want him to fight, you need that's not gonna happen because Usyk is not gonna turn into a Dillian White and be disrespectful. For AJ to fight like that, he gotta feel disrespected. Like his opponent gotta be disrespectful. Like how when Brazil tried to roll up on him and he had to tell him like, "Yo, don't roll up on me like that." Like you're not gonna do nothing to me. Like hold on, let me just finish my point.
He didn't fight like, but he didn't fight like that against Dominic Brazil. So what are you talking about?
But what I'm trying to say is it brought it out of him, the dog out of him, like right there.
Yeah, but he didn't fight like that in the fight.
But before you cut me off, let me finish making my statement.
Go ahead. Right?
So what I'm trying to say is basically how y'all was saying that's not really he's really like how y'all saying he got to cut it out with the nice guyness and he got to be in there be like a dog, go in there and dog the guy. But what I'm trying to say is to bring that out of him, and what EJ was saying too, he's almost so rich now that the dogness is out of him. He's too happy.
Hey, you remember Jordan? Jordan used to make up enemies in his head to go to a basketball game and tear people up.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Jordan will create a problem with someone for no reason, and do you know what I mean? Just to stay on edge all the time. Yeah, and that's something that Jordan did, and he kept it right through his career. And look at Jordan. Do you know what I mean? He's a legend.
But he didn't fight like that in any of his fights. That's the point I'm trying to tell you. The only time when he actually done a little bit of roughing up is in the Klitschko fight. In the 11th round, he just went, fuck it, I'm just going to rough you up. And he just went and beat up Klitschko. He ain't done that too, though. But even in his last fight against Pulev, he wasn't roughing him up. He was doing the similar tactics as he was doing with Usyk, and then he just caught him with a shot, and then he attacked afterwards. He just didn't go for the jugular. But now in this fight with Usyk from day dot, just say fuck it. Okay, I know I might fade late, so I'm just gonna go on and try and take you out now and go for the body shots straight up, shots, tire him down, beat him up, rough him up, take him off his game because by doing them technical tick-attack of tactics, he was playing right into Usyk's hands.
100.
You're playing right into his
but
hands.
You know what?
In the Chisora fight,
you see what I'm saying? Whoever told him to play footsie, they wasted their time. Lau playing footsie, bro. That's what it was. I don't got no time for that.
Well, let me ask y'all this.
Be who you are, man. Not be no bullshit, man.
Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask you this real quick question. So now we're talking about he needs to make adjustments, and one of them should start by sacking Robert McCracken.
Yeah.
If you guys agree with that, who should he select as his head trainer? Angel Fernandez or what do you got?
One of them will
I'll
put
go.
I reckon even said that one of them will put a foot up his ass when he need, bro. You need urgency, bro. You need someone to tell you when you're losing. Go, bro, this fight's too close. Do you understand? We've got the tactics. You need to step on. Manny O'Shea would have slapped him in the corner, bro. He probably needs to go what, and then to wait. AJ would have went out there and killed him. He's like a sleeping giant. He's a sleeping giant, bro. You see Dillian, yeah. You see Dillian when he lost the fight against Povetkin, yeah. I was talking to Xavier and I talked to Harold Knight, and I said to the same, my brother, I said, listen, you need to be more urgent, you know. And he needs more urgency. I'm not saying for me, I go, bruv, like you've hurt this guy. You need to go in and step on the gas and take this guy out of here. Dillian, look at Dillian in that fight, bro. Bro, Dillian looked like he was hitting on a fight. He looked like he was sitting on an open fire on the stool. Bro, man was off and after this guy, bro. Like the guy done something to him. That's what you need. In the rematch anyway. So, bro, whoever's in this corner,
what I'll do? If I was an AJ,
they need to have to light a fire. Go ahead.
You know what trainer I would do, yeah? This would be controversial. But if I was AJ, I'll say, fuck it. Go Kronk's gym.
Oh, what? Sugar Hill? I don't mind that. That's not a bad pick.
Why would you go Sugar Hill? What, Tyson Fury's trainer?
Yep.
I said
why would you go with him for? He's too laid back. He's too laid back, man. Now I'll go with him. I see that guy with bathroom robes and doing his belly out, and now I'm not going with him. What are you going with him for? He's embarrassing, bro. Now allow that, bro. I want a guy who's respect. I want a guy who's respected. Maybe Virgil Hill to whisper in your ear. You need someone to put a foot up on his ass, bro, and get some aggie. The man's in an amateur institution. That's where he's at. He's in an amateur. He goes to Finchley at ABC, right? And he's being cheap. Then he goes back down to Sheffield and he's down there. Why are you going down there when you can build your own ring? You got how much money now? And now it looks like you're on Skid Row. Bro, you could have built an academy already. Put money down in the academy, have young kids come in there and bring people in. That's what I would have did. I would have bought a gym long time ago, bro. But AJ's just happy trying to make everyone smile. Allow that, bro. Right now, there's no smiling right now. Someone has to pay. You know what I mean? I want my belts back. I want my belts back, bro. That's what I want. Yeah,
I mean, but he not being too cheap, man. He spent a lot of good money on those fireworks, man. You see him before the fight.
The pyro.
You TYG.
So now he has to change.
I called it too. He had that Apollo Creed entrance, man. Yo, doing that and dancing to the ring, those are the two things that have always made. I'm surprised he didn't get knocked out. Because usually when somebody dance and you get a entrance like that with the fireworks and you shadow boxing up there doing all of that stuff, man, you asking for it because the guy's in the ring, right? Now he's pissed in the ring too because you done made him wait while you do that little thing that you did up there. Like he's pissed. Like that's the same shit what you see with Zab and Corey Spinks. Corey Spinks came with Nelly dancing and singing to the ring. Zab was pissed in the ring. He couldn't wait to get in there and get him.
Yeah, that's funny though because that almost backfired when Prince Nassim fought Kevin Kelly many years ago in New York. I mean, they had. I remember that interest too. They had Kevin wait for like 5-6 minutes, and he was getting mad. He's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Come on, man, stop that bullshit. Come in the ring. I'm gonna fuck you up." And Rassim almost got knocked out in that fight too. But he came back and won. But still, I thought obviously they tried to pull the Prince Nassim tactics, make the man wait so to get thrown off his game psychologically. So,
hold up. Oh, hey, we got Earl Austin on the phone, yeah. So, and we hear some words of wisdom from one of the top coaches in the UK who's been around and seen certain things. So, Earl, give us your take now on what you saw and your prediction. Go ahead, Earl.
It was just easy. It was just he was not meant.
Oh no. You got connection problems, whatever connection, bro. Don't worry, he'll come back again. You guys can.
I gotta get AT&T over there.
Oh, here it comes.
I think you guys got Vodafone or Orange communication over there.
Hey, go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, he wasn't mentally prepared for that, my friend. Simple. Listen, he was afraid. He was afraid. He didn't even throw his right hand. He was tapping. He didn't. His jab wasn't a meaningful jab. It was a play jab. You needed to hurt Usyk as straight as from round one, and he didn't. He got outboxed, and simply, to me, I think he doesn't want it anymore. He doesn't want it anymore. He's got too much money.
You were saying to me, yeah, Joshua should have finished it in 3 rounds before.
Listen, his mindset should have been to come out and hurt this man from the off.
Yeah.
He's a powerhouse. He didn't even throw no power punches, right? My man was just dancing around with him, not being really hurt. Now, if you're not hurting him, obviously he's going to come forward, isn't it? You've got to hurt him. And he got comfortable going through the fight. Because Usyk was wondering, when is he going to open up? Mm-hmm. When is AJ going to open up? But he didn't. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was wondering. He was cautious because he was saying, right, when is the storm coming? But there was no storm. There was no storm. To me, his mindset, he's afraid of getting hit now.
Yep.
He's afraid of getting hit. He wouldn't even jab. I'm telling you, if you can touch a man's head, you can hit it. Remember I told you that before?
Yeah, you told me. Yeah.
If you keep touching the man's head. If you can touch him, you can hit him.
With the right hand, that's what you say, yeah.
Yeah, the right hand never. Listen, how much time did he throw the right hand?
He did barely throw it, and he never threw it with no conviction. He threw it to the body, but he never really stepped in with the right hand, coming left hook, and he's a southpaw. Whoever told him them they need to be sacked. You know what I mean? They need to be sacked and fired. The whole lot of them.
No, I wouldn't say they need to be sacked. No. What it is, they don't know boxing. You see, McCracken, he's trained. He fought like how McCracken used to fight. Right? If you watch McCracken, that's how he fought.
He used to put out that. Yeah, he used to flick out the thing, innit? Flick out the jab, innit?
Flick out the jab. Yeah, that's how he fought. So these guys, like I said, most trainers, they try to train you. They're fighters like how they fight, which is wrong, completely wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Now, you know, what I don't like is this rematch thing.
Yeah, straight
because
away.
I think AJ would win the rematch. I think he will.
The pendulum's in his corner. Me and you are not there in his corner, so I don't think so. Go ahead.
If he tries to do the same tactics as he needs to. Excuse
me, sorry, I don't want to jump in on anybody. Listen. My motto was, right, he had to go in like Tyson. Mm-hmm. He had to go in and listen, with his strength and power. But the trouble was, he was not confident to do that because he doesn't know if he can take a shot.
Is that what it is? Yeah, but you see, hold
on. Go back to most of these heavyweights, these great heavyweights.
Riddick Bowe, Randall Holyfield.
Man, look how much time they get hit.
They used to get hit, man. They didn't care. They used to hit and come back.
Because they know they'll take a shot and they'll give a shot. But what AJ knows is that he can't take a shot, so he don't want to take a shot. So he's not going to he's not going to be risky. He didn't risk anything. And sometimes you got to take risk in a fight.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, and if you don't take the risk, you ain't gonna know. All right. Let me tell you something. I'd rather him go out there, try and destroy this man, and got knocked out.
That's what I said. Than how he fought. He fought weak. He went make him look weak. He looked weak. Go ahead.
It's a shameful. Listen, for a British champion to be talking and then acting like that, and then go and put that performance on. Not being funny, he's being a gentleman and hugging up the man. No, he shouldn't. Listen, let me tell you something. If I was in his court, I'd have slapped him.
Thank you. You hear this, people? Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I'd have said to him, what you doing? Because again, maybe he's doing what they trained him to do.
Tell him about the water. Tell him about the water in the trunks. Tell him about the water in the trunks. Go ahead. Tell him about that what about the water in the trunk, about you know I'll get the water. Tell him about that one. Go ahead.
Well, if my fighter's coming back and asking me for water, that means his mind is not on the fight. So why is he asking for water? I'd slap him. I would have slapped him. And number one, what I'm trying to understand is this. How can a fighter, you're a fighter, yeah, and things ain't going right, that you can't change it for yourself? You don't have to wait for your trainer to change anything. Mm-hmm. You're a fighter, so you know you have to turn a beast. it's not for me to say turn a beast. You know when you're turning a beast. In a fight is a fight. And one thing I know about fight is that if someone's a better boxer than you, you don't stand up there and trade and try
A
and
boxer.
punch with
That's right. What'd you turn into, El? What'd you turn into, El?
a beast, man.
A beast.
Right? I turn into the Hulk.
That's right. That's right.
You're not gonna see my punches coming because they're gonna come from some different angle where you ain't even expecting. And every shot I put on you, you're gonna try and break your bone. Right? If I hit you in your face, I'm gonna break your eye socket. If I hit you in your rib, I'm gonna break it. If I hit you in the stomach, yeah, you are gonna feel it. You're gonna back off. Now, if I put that on you for at least 3 to 4 rounds, it's gonna slow you down. I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna do something. We might get into a slugfest. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I'm not losing like that.
Yeah. Someone put in the chat, Lennox Lewis would have beat Usyk. I agree with you, Michael Thompson. Lennox Lewis would have busted it.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. Let's get one thing straight. Lennox is a complete different beast.
Yeah, he is.
Right? Now, yes, some people always say Lennox, that, you know, he has been beaten. But look, it's only been one punch knockout. And when he comes back for those people, look what he does with them. Yeah, Lennox, you can't put this guy with Lennox, man. Completely different.
Because Lennox would have gave up the title. Lennox wouldn't have fought no southpaw. He would have gave up the title.
Man.
He would have gave up the title clear easy. I done heard him say on plenty of shows how tough it is to box the southpaw.
So he walked to him and hit him. Listen, I don't understand. British boxing has gone right down because it's shameful now. Because now you can't call yourself a great champion. This is what I was saying to a friend of mine the other day.
Hey, boss, get out of this lane for the petrol station.
He's the real deal.
You have to come out this lane for the petrol station.
One minute. Yeah, go on. Go ahead.
He's not the real deal. I don't see how people can see AJ as a real deal. He hasn't done anything.
Hey, you think AJ?
That's crazy, man. You gotta put some respect on his name.
Hold on.
I mean, you can't say he hasn't done anything. Like, let's not go that far. Let's not because he lost to Usyk. Like,
hey, listen, 1 minute. Hey, hold on, 1 minute. Oh, do you think AJ? I'm closing. Do you think AJ can retire right now?
Yep.
Well, to me, listen, because I've not been around him to understand and see what he's given out in his training, but on that performance, right, anybody's going to come out the woodwork. The only thing AJ's got is a punch, and he doesn't know. Listen, he didn't use it tonight because he was afraid to throw it.
Yeah.
And once you get like that, you become gun shy. You ain't going to shoot. You got guns and you're not shooting, you become gun shy.
But it's crazy though that like you guys want him to fight the best, and when he does, he loses. Then you criticize him, saying he should retire. But then there's other fighters ducking fighters, and then you say you should fight the best, and they don't. So it's that's kind of wild, man. But then there's other fighters ducking fighters.
Yeah.
When I say that, I'm not criticizing him. I'm going by past heavyweight and what I saw from those guys. Yeah, these guys are nowhere near the men them in the past.
No, but like, are you sure you're not using rose tinted glasses? Because Mike Tyson went the best.
I beg your pardon?
Mike Tyson was not like great when he stepped up.
Mike Tyson would have broke up.
Mike Tyson lost to Holyfield.
Mike Tyson would have beat.
He lost to Lennox. He lost to Buster Douglas. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
don't worry. Age don't know what he's talking about. Don't worry about Age.
We don't know what I'm talking about. What am I lying? Am I lying?
Thanks for giving your take down. Let me go back to the panel because I have to slap them boys in order. Take care.
All right. Mike Tyson's 5'9". Let's look at this.
Hey, hold on. We got some people on the panel, man. So let's bring them in. Hey, my man, 74. You getting feedback? You got some feedback, my man. 74. Go ahead, talk your piece. Some people on the panel, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
74.
Go
talk your piece, bro. Go ahead.
sound you listening to EJ's show and on the panel at the same time.
Yeah, I think you need to turn the volume. Yeah, you need to turn the YouTube down on the.
You getting
on the,
feedback from me?
Yeah. The YouTube. I think you got the YouTube on of the show on your on.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Just put the volume down on that, and then
Okay.
you're good. You can talk.
I had it on another tab, so I apologize.
There you did. There you go. All right. And after that, TB, you're gonna get your talk. Go ahead. 74. Long time, bro. And Dan, where's Dan at? Dan gone? Okay, go ahead. Introduce yourself if people can't remember, and give us your take on tonight's performance.
So, all right. So this is 74, the pugilist specialist. Just basically, guys, my take on it is that Usyk was a better technical boxer. He utilized, like I saw in the first round, man, like Anthony Joshua was already out of breath because he's never seen anyone move their feet like that. So it's like that kind of goes to show me that if he was to go into the ring with, like, let's say Tyson Fury's footwork would have given him some major problems.
Mm-hmm.
But in addition to that, it also looks like, I don't know what, like, it also looks as though Anthony Joshua was kind of forced to throw a lot of punches. And so sometimes, man, with big muscular heavyweights like that, especially that has a lot of like upper body muscle, they tend to burn off lactic acid a lot quicker. They get fatigued quicker. And just another thing, man, there was like Usyk was utilizing head movement. Anthony Joshua really wasn't. And Anthony Joshua, another thing that I noticed about him, from day one, and I don't know what you guys think, man, but his movement is not fluid. It's very robotic and mechanical. And I think that was another thing that it was just a matter of time until the right boxer exposed it. Honestly, man, I don't know what you guys think, but man, I think Usyk will beat him again. That's what I personally think.
I think that you're half right. Yeah, number one is that yes, if he fights the same way that he fought today against Usyk, he'll lose again. Yeah, it's like but I think that the problem was against Anthony Joshua, right? Is that you're right. He got tired because he was trying to copy Usyk. He was moving. He was throwing too many punches in that fight. And he's a bigger heavyweight, and that's to his disadvantage. He's trying to copy Usyk, but you can't copy a better copy. Usyk is better than you in that aspect. So copying someone that's better than you, you're only going to lose. So you should have. As I said at the beginning, he should have used the Canelo approach. The Canelo is not going to pretend that he's going to outbox. Like, for example, Billy Joe Saunders. He's not going to go and try and outbox Billy Joe Saunders. He's going to go and minimize his shots, power shots. Get him tired, get him tired, go for the body shots. 1-2s. That's it. Do you know what I mean? And then anything he could have done differently, because Usyk was connecting with his left hand too many times. He should have pivoted to the left all the time to take away that left. And that way he doesn't have to move his body so much. Because he was moving, dodging all those shots takes energy away as well. And because he wanted to connect with the right hand, he was Usyk was just throwing his left out. And then when he throws a hook, he turns the hook into an uppercut. Turns the uppercut into a hook. Do you know what I mean? And then it was just distracting Joshua, and Joshua didn't know what to do. So I said, if you move to the left and take away his left hand, then Usyk wouldn't be poking his left out too much.
So I got a question for you. For you.
Hold on. I just because it'll be a backwards and forward, and I want TB to get in because Edge. I understand Edge answer your question, but I want TB to jump in, and then we can just chop it up. TB, how you doing, my man? What's going on?
What's up, BJ?
Yeah, man. Put your lips on the mic, man. I want to hear you loud. Okay. What's your take on that?
Well,
there you go.
All I can say is that every criticism I had of Usyk, he answered it with, and left no doubt. I mean, he did everything he was supposed to do. I thought he wasn't tough enough to be in the heavyweights, but he proved me wrong. I thought he wasn't strong enough, but in the inside, he was out muscling AJ. He basically imposed himself on AJ, and he almost knocked him out. I mean, we all saw it. Now, for AJ, I don't know what happened to AJ. he was very tentative. And I noticed that from the very beginning. He very, he was afraid to punch, and and then on top of that, when it was walking into the ring, I noticed this, and I kept making reference to it during the whole time while I was commentating. Why is he, paying so much attention to the crowd and stopping and saying hi to this person, hugging that person? And I'm like, you're supposed to be focusing. You're supposed to be focusing on the fight. I mean, you're supposed to be focused. You shouldn't even be noticing those people. But he stopped a couple times along the way, and he even stopped and hugged this old lady. I'm like, whoa. But anyway, the bottom line is that the AJ that I saw tonight, Wilder would have beaten that AJ, and that's saying a lot. Okay. Fury would have definitely beaten that AJ I saw tonight. And whatever, I heard somebody earlier say that he was probably he got his gun shy, and it seems to be the case. I don't know. Now it might be just that Usyk had a lot to do with that, and I'm pretty sure he did because of the way he was fighting. Because AJ kept going for all of his feints, but the most important thing is that every time he touched AJ overreacted to every time Usyk hit him. Like sometimes it was just like it wasn't even a hit. Sometimes it was like a slap, and AJ would just like jump back, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell is that?
That come from his coaches. That's from his coaches putting fear in him. They put the fear of God in him, and rather than telling him that you're the big strong guy, you're the Hulk. Go ahead, TB.
So I just think that and I kept saying to myself, well, why isn't he every time he comes back out? Why isn't he changing, his tactics? Because his corner should be telling him, no, what we're doing is not, every time that he actually fired a few punches, he was able to touch Usyk. And anytime he touched Usyk stopped in his tracks because, as a matter of fact, at one point, he actually had Usyk hurt. And if you would have followed up on that, he would have taken Usyk out. But he was just so tentative and afraid to, even do anything. So, I mean, I heard somebody mention retirement, and I don't really think that's, a stretch of the imagination by any means at this point. Based on what we saw tonight, I'm just thinking that maybe he should just take the rematch, win or lose, just retire, and and leave it there.
But that's you made a good point. He couldn't follow up because he was too tired. And because he was too tired, because he was throwing too many punches. He was not punches, but he wasn't hitting Usyk. He was just air punches. He was just throwing them just.
Yeah, but why is he doing? You know why he's doing that? You know why he's doing that though? He's trying to set it. He's trying to set up his other shots. He's playing chess with a guy who's better. Like when you saw him playing Aaron Smith. And that's what I'm trying to say to you. It's a waste of time. And that goes into his trainer telling him that, bro, this guy's dangerous. He's the most dangerous guy you ever want to face. You got to do this. Bro, if them man chat rubbish in your ear, man. You see when Tyson Fury went to Joanne Hill, he said, bro, Wilder ain't shit. He told him what? He go, what? Yeah, because Ben Davies like, you need to be careful of Wilder. One punch and you're knocked out. When Javon Hill goes to him, he goes, what? He ain't shit. Man, you a better boxer than him. Because Tyson goes, really? Tyson goes, really? He goes, yeah. Yo, step to him, man. Like Tim Dog, old school Tim Dog back in the night.
That's why I'm saying.
That's what he did. He stepped to him, bro.
And that's why I'm saying.
And that's what I'm going to say. Them old American trainers, and you see, I don't even go America because Earl Austin was here. He would just, bro. Listen, El's a bad man trainer. Let me tell you how he's a bad man trainer. I'll tell you, let me split this scenario how bad he is. One of his fighters in the corner, and he wasn't performing. Al looked at him, and he goes, water. I ain't give you no water. No, I ain't give you water. You know what? You know what you need? Yeah. And Al got he took a scoop of ice and he pulled it down his trunks, bruv. Goes, there's your water. He goes, what you doing? He goes, bruv, you're a disgrace, bruv. You don't go out and fight them, you ain't getting nothing. The guy went out there and knocked the guy out. First part, he come back to L, goes, where's my water? Listen, man, you understand what I'm trying to say to you, bruv? You never got that in the corner. You never had anyone saying to him, you're losing the fight, bruv. You need to go out there and pull it on him. There was never that. Who told you told you that you're a giant and told you you're a mouse, bruv? They did, and that's your business, bruv. Stop hanging around with these weak people, bro. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think you might be right about that, EJ. I think he might need to have some different trainers. That might, as a matter of fact, that same Javon is probably the Quang Jim, because I don't think AJ with the people for all this time, and he's not really improving, really. from
No.
what we're seeing. You know what I mean? So
He trains in an amateur gym. Do you know he trains in an amateur gym in Finchley? And then he goes to Team GB in Sheffield. Why are you going to amateur gyms, man? Where's your professional gym? And your camp, like Muhammad Ali had a camp up in Pennsylvania. Where's your camp? You know what I mean? You guys can just jump in. Don't let me dictate, yeah? My man's 74 and TBE and Jay, you can just jump in. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I'll dictate the conversation. Go ahead, jump in. Say your piece.
Well, I don't know. AJ, again, you know, I was very disappointed in the performance. I mean, it just didn't seem like he actually made an effort. And when he actually did make a good effort, he was successful. Like when he actually started throwing punches, he was landing. But then he went back to his whole. I mean, can you imagine AJ didn't even use the jab? He kept pawing with the jab the same way Usyk was doing. Like Usyk was, you know, faking him with the part, putting his hand out, and he kept doing the same thing Usyk is doing. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stick your jab. You got that big muscle ham of a hand. Stick that jab out there like a battering ram every time. You should never paw with that jab. You should have been sticking the jab out there. Bam, bam, bam. And he wasn't doing even that. All I can say it was an amateurish performance by AJ tonight.
I think that the rematch will be winnable. He just needs to minimize the amount of shots he's throwing, and then counter, pivot to the left, so he take away his left hand, and then he can jab, body shot, and then that will be, and that's all he'll do.
No edge. What you see, this is why when Mr. Bashir comes down, he'll tell you any Mustafa Muhammad know how to be aggressive southpaw. What you do first off, your foot should be on the outside. Your lead foot should be on the outside of his foot. When he throws a jab, you throw your left hook to the body and you throw a straight right. Then you can lead again. You can throw a right uppercut to the body and a left hook to the head. That's how you beat southpaw.
Joshua doesn't do it.
They had him turning. What he was doing, he kept turning. He kept turning and turning. He never. And the thing is, you're a heavyweight. You have to establish the center ring. What they was trying to do, and I see what make him use his legs and wear him down. They were hoping to wear him down. I said, bro, best way to wear someone down.
You can't wear him down by punches. You
push one way down. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can edge. If I crack you on your jaw, I'll wear you down nicely, bro. You have to step on him.
You think he's gonna let Mayweather train him now? Because they was already talking about that.
Nah, I ain't messing with Mayweather, man. Nah, Mayweather make a fool of him, man. Mayweather make a fool of him and go back and talk rubbish about him. I won't mess with Mayweather, man. I won't mess with Mayweather. Mayweather's the guy. Joshua right now is vulnerable. I want
look, Fury, man. I need Kronk. Can I join? Yeah. If I can't beat him, join him. Yeah.
Why are you going to the Kronk, bro? I go to bro. There's you know who's a good trainer? Mike Stanford, bro. That he trains amateurs, brings amateurs through. He like Manuel Stood, and he's got pros. I'd go to Mike Stanford in Cincinnati. There's loads of top trainers. It don't have to be America. You just need someone to tell you the truth, bro. You understand? This is what he come. See, Edge, I hear what you're saying about what he did. The tactics was wrong. That is not how he should have fought. That's the wrong. Yeah, it's the wrong tactics, man. It was just wrong because you're another. And then remember, they made him shrink. Who told him to shrink down? 240.
I didn't get that. Why was he bringing himself down to AJ's size? Why was he doing that?
To be honest with you, 240, even at 240, Usyk was what, 220? That should have been enough anyways.
No.
I wasn't concerned about that.
You do because Edge, weight in boxing, Edge, weight in boxing is everything, right? When you have more weight, as you saw Tyson Fury and Wilder, you can take their shit and come back. That's weight in boxing is everything. That's how it is, bro. When you can see him as he drained down, he had no strength left. He looked weak, man. The man tried to play games, the same games. Who told you that you're gonna play chess and try out chess the chess master?
No, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. But I think that he had enough to do the job in Usyk because he was hurt even at that weight. When he was hitting him, he was hurting him. And that's why I thought he should have piled the pressure on. He should have seen that he was up. I think half of it is because he's scared. Because the same thing with Pulev. When he hurt Pulev in the third round, he stopped and backed off and didn't continue on. Do you know what I mean? Instead of because he was worried about the Ruiz effect, he might get caught. So I think that when he get people hurt, he's not going for the kill anymore, and he's kind of okay. Let me just be patient. Let me wait. And I think he needs to go back to the hurt locker, AJ. That okay. I'm gonna impose my will on you. And if I see you hurt, I'm going to finish you off. And that's what he needs to do. Go back to that. Do you know what I mean? And not to this whole, like, I'm going to be this technical boxer, not nonsense. Yeah. Get that out of your head. Yeah.
You can't get out of those bad habits, though. If that's what you used to doing your entire career, that's
no, but he wasn't doing that, though, in his
he
entire
wasn't doing
career,
that.
though. He hasn't been doing that. He's only been doing that since the AJ fight, since the Ruiz fight. That's the way we've been doing. He got hurt, and then now, like, they put the fear, like what EJ said, they put the fear and God in him, saying, okay, you can't, if you get hit, you can't get hit, you can't get Ross, this will happen. And then now they put the fear in him. Now he needs a fresh training group, a whole new training group that will give him more confidence.
Hey, didn't we talk about this a few days ago with like Deontay Wilder? That was someone.
Wilder. Yeah, you're right. When Wilder lost, he had no confidence in his training. Go ahead, Xavier.
Some boxers feel that they need to do, and sometimes this is what their fans feel that they need to do when they've lost. It's like, maybe you need to get a different trainer. Maybe you need to try something different. Maybe you need to try something new. Maybe you need a new strategy. Because the thing is, Usyk is not he's not a normal heavyweight, man. He's actually not a true heavyweight. This dude is, this guy is, he came up from a lighter weight class, and those guys are, first of all, Ukrainians are just built different anyway. That's the first thing that we've seen, with guys like Lomachenko and a lot of these different Ukrainian fighters, man. These guys, they're coming in and they're like, they're much better versions of like former Soviet Union fighters from generations before them. They're better than Klitschko. They're better than the Klitschko brothers. These guys, they are skilled. They're athletic.
Man, AJ made him look that way. I can tell you that. I don't rate him that much. I think AJ made him look that way. Let's get it right. AJ didn't fight his fight, bro. So you if you go in there to fight that guy's fight, then he gonna look all that what you're saying. But AJ weren't AJ, man, and that goes into the trainer. Whoever's talking to him and telling, I'm telling you, bro, they told AJ, this guy's scary and you don't want to get knocked down again. You don't want to do this. And they put fear rather than fear. You got to put confidence in your fighter. And never again, there was never any change of strategy that in there they say, look, you need to go for it, bro. You're losing on the scorecards. Now you're taking a rematch. Now you're on the last saloon. Now, if you lose this fight,
let me ask you,
you're out the picture. So,
but this is what if I was already hurt.
If AJ is not able to make adjustments, wouldn't that expose his lack of boxing IQ?
He's got against Usyk. Usyk's got a higher boxing IQ. Then let's get it right. He don't need to box. What we talking about is fighting. What we talk about is fighting. Hold on, 1 minute. What we talk about is fight. He don't need to box him. He's a better boxer. We agree he's a better boxer. But AJ can fight. You've seen him when he goes dog in. He needs to dig in, man. He never once dig in and put a combination together. He was worried about getting tired. No, bomb that shit, bro. Put hands on this bitch ass and go for it. Put some combinations to the body, run them up to the head. Keep putting your hands on him, bro.
You have to have the ability to be able to
do that. You need to fight, man. You need to fight.
Exactly what
you got to be able to cut the ring off in order to fight.
Listen, I'll be honest with you.
Usyk was running away.
He was right in front of him. That's what he was.
But the thing is, he wasn't cutting the ring because that wasn't part of the tactic.
Bro, listen. You don't need to listen, bro. Listen, cut the ring. AJ got longer reach than him, yeah. So you don't have to wait. You don't have to chase him around, yeah. The man stood with you. Right, because what he's gonna do, he gonna come off at angles. I'm trying to say he never once put a combination. With this guy through one, I need to put 4. You're losing the fight, right? This is what I'm trying to say. You guys are talking about you're losing the rounds, man. What are you doing? If man hits me once, I need to hit him 6. You understand? You got to put combinations together. And Usyk trains when they say he trained 4 minutes a round. 15 rounds, 15 rounds. So he's doing 4 minutes instead of 3. So now he's conditioning, but it don't matter because AJ still has the equalizer with them big hands he's got, which he didn't use. That's what we're talking about here, man. You don't need. Usyk's the better boxer. We knew this coming in. Why are you trying to box with the boxer? That's what I'm trying to say. This is why the team needs to go.
Exactly.
That's the point I was trying. That's exactly the point. You're like Usyk has got his skills. You don't try and compete with that. because if
No.
it's by points, Usyk can win by points. Yeah, it's you go and do what you need to do. And the reason why like AJ has second wins is because he doesn't throw too many punches. He threw too many punches in that fight. He was trying to copy what Usyk was doing, but Usyk is a cruiserweight moving up to a heavyweight, and he was fighting at 220. You can do that when you're fighting at 220, and when you're fighting as a cruiserweight. You can't. A heavyweight can't fight like a cruiserweight. They can't do it. So don't try and be a cruiserweight. You go and be a heavyweight. Heavyweights throw one punch, two punch, maybe a double jab. But don't
Nah,
throw
he needs to be
combinations like
throwing
Usyk does.
combinations, not one punch, two punch. That's what he was doing, 1 punch, 2 punch. That didn't help him. He
No,
needs to be
he
throwing
didn't throw one punch. He
combinations.
didn't throw any punches at all. He didn't
He
throw
didn't
two.
throw
He
any
didn't throw a double jab.
combinations.
When did he throw a double jab?
He didn't even jab at all. AJ
That's
wasn't even
that's the
jabbing.
point I'm making. That's the point I'm making. He didn't throw anything because it was too busy focused on Usyk's left hand. Usyk's left hand was all over his face, all over, so many times, and it wasn't even a 1-2. He was just throwing it, and he turned it into a hook and went right through his guard. It wasn't even a fast jab. It wasn't even a fast shot. It was just
let me say this about Anthony Joshua. Like heavyweights, man, they really don't face they really don't face southpaws that much. Like how many times have we actually had a southpaw heavyweight champion? I mean, we have Chris Bird, we had Michael Moorer. You know, like how many actual heavyweight champions that we had that were southpaws? So for a heavyweight, man, that's like you step in. Like even though he's an Olympic gold medalist, you know, even though he's a highly decorated amateur fighter, like heavyweights don't really, especially super heavyweights, they don't really face southpaws like that. What's your thought? What's you guys' thoughts on that?
Look
Yeah,
at
but
AJ,
look,
taking
look
pictures
AJ
with
done
him.
his face. Look what AJ done to his. Hold up, look. See, even though AJ was flittering the jab, right, and the right hand, look what he did to his face. Look what AJ did to his face, and you look at this. AJ's got a bit of swelling, but that you see. If now listen, this is AJ that's flittering. You understand what I'm trying to say to you? Look what he did to his face when AJ's not even trying. He wasn't trying to unload. Now, what do you think would have happened if he unloaded on his face, man? You see, this is what I'm trying to say to you. Look at that. He barely touched him, and the man's face looked like a minefield right now. That's what it looks like.
Reduce his shot output, and focus more on power
AJ
shots.
caught him with some good shots, man. Like he caught
Yeah,
a couple
but
of good right
he never followed it up though, did he? He never followed it up.
He didn't follow it up. That was
I'm about to say to me,
I'm
it looked like
curious who
Usyk was like a
AJ
unified
trained
champion.
with to prepare him for Usyk. I wonder who he trained with, who was his sparring partners. Like
Being cheap, he was being cheap, man. They were being cheap.
They weren't good.
They were being cheap. You see what I'm trying to say to you? When you train,
you fight how you train.
Yeah, he being cheap. He was being cheap. He trains in Finchley, right? When he's down, he comes out his house in wherever it is in St. John Wood. He goes to the amateur gym, tells everyone has to leave AJ's gym, and he trains there. So you don't have to pay no money. He trains there for free, right? So you know what I mean? Then he goes down to Sheffield because Ron McCracken can't come to London. So he goes 5 hours or how many hours up to Sheffield in the car, driving up to Sheffield because Ron McCracken changed the amateurs, right? Because Ron McCracken pro trainers these days, amateur trainers, they can be pros. So that's what Ron McCracken's up there. So he's driving all around, chasing the trainers, no base. Why are you chasing everyone? Everyone should come to you. Everyone should come to you, man. You should have had your own base and say, bitch ass, if you ain't coming here, you're sacked. Dillian White's got his own camp up in Portugal. Everyone comes in. What's his name again? Tibbs. What's his name again? Not Jimmy Tibbs, the other Tibbs, right? Mark Tibbs. Mark Tibbs said he want to come down there. He said, I'll get a new trainer. I'll find a new trainer. Fine. Okay, cool. Right? He's got his own trim in Portugal. Training camp. We're getting ready for his big day, and AJ ain't got that. If he feels Sheffield is his training camp up there in the cold, you can train anywhere, and that's why I feel like the money. Usyk, they invest money in. Like you said, he's well seasoned. He's got amateur backing, but why the heck did you try and play the same game as him? Right? That's just madness, bro. You know, I was enjoying it though until it wasn't fun no more. Until I see AJ getting battered in the last round, and I saw, oh man, this is terrible.
Hey, AJ, I got a question for you guys, but I got to get back to the wife. So, do you guys think Usyk has a good chance of being undisputed?
Without a doubt, yes.
I do. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
I don't.
No doubt. No
Hey,
doubt in the matter.
EJ, I gotta get back to the wife, man. Thank you for inviting me on the show,
Oh man, big time 7. Hey, listen, we're gonna probably talk about this more. And you keep in the chat and the links and that, yo. You're always welcome, man. Take care, bro.
Thank you. All right,
You're
take
welcome.
care.
Take care.
Take care.
That's 74.
I don't, because I don't think Usyk could beat Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, you can, man. Why do you watching something else? But you know the thing, but you know what? Why, listen to this though. Why you got a point? Because you know why? Why you got a point? Because them guys, yeah, YG's right. Because them guys are gonna step on Usyk, but they ain't gonna let him do that.
Like if you like, just think about this, right? If we all know Deontay Wilder got the knockout punch and Tyson Fury just walked him down and didn't and moved in like he didn't, like the things that y'all saying that AJ should have did to Usyk, that's what Tyson Fury did to Wilder. So
yeah, but Wilder's Wilder's the worst of the heavyweights. He's the worst.
No, he's not the worst of the heavyweights.
He's the worst of the heavyweights.
Way heavier puncher.
Wilder is not Usyk.
I don't want
exactly. Wilder is not Usyk. Like what you say? It's just these comparisons are giving me headaches.
Yeah, of course, because you had
Tyson Fury to Usyk.
You're
comparing Wilder to
Usyk.
Is, I mean, come on.
The way it's looking is looking like your guy's the worst of the heavyweights. Because the only guy to beat Wilder is Tyson Fury. Your guy that lost
he's
the only good fighter. So your guy could be the worst of the heavyweights.
He's fought 40 tomato cans.
If Otto Wallen could give Wilder,
who on Wilder's resume?
I ain't going. Yo,
okay,
I ain't going.
Who on Wilder's resume? I can't believe you're comparing resumes right now. Who on Wilder's resume is better than Usyk?
What you was saying?
If Otto Wallen could give Tyson Fury trouble, Usyk
who on Wilder's resume?
Yeah,
look, I'll give you five AJ opponents.
We're not doing this. I'm not doing this.
You're the one that started it. You bring it up.
I'm talking to what you call it, and what you and I get what you're saying when you're saying the Aldo Wallen thing, and we're about to see how really strong he is when he fights Dillian White, because that's another thing too that basically we kind of know. You can kind of almost see that Fury didn't really take that fight that serious until he got cut. But we're about to really see what he's really made of when he fight Dillian White. But back to what I was saying, the thing about
Dillian White knocks him out.
The thing that I was saying about Tyson Fury versus Usyk is that Tyson Fury is going to use his jab and the distance way much better than AJ. He controls the ring way much better. He knows how to control.
Fury's going to use his size. He's going to do what AJ should have done. And use his size and power and overpower him.
So by me saying, now you're starting. Now you're agreeing with me. That's why I'm saying that Usyk cannot beat Tyson Fury. That's why I'm saying he's going to use his size.
No, I was saying that when you said Wilder. I said that when you was talking about Wilder, not about Tyson Fury.
Wilder's going to punch a hole through him. So I'm not even like that.
That's what I'm talking. Like, how's he going to do that? He ain't got the. That's what I'm talking about.
You're looking at Wilder losing to a bigger man and saying, "Yo,
no." I was looking at Wilder losing to many fighters.
All the dynamics of when Wilder lost that fight, the dimensions are not the same. First of all, because he's for once in a time,
Wilder
he's gonna
loses every fight he gets into.
Usually even though Wilder usually be taller than the guys he's fighting, but they still be bigger than him. He actually gonna come into the
Wilder
fight with Usyk.
loses.
He's coming to fight versus Usyk. He's actually will be the bigger man.
Wilder loses every fight.
Why you hating, Rage? Edge, you hating again?
Yeah, he is.
What are you talking about? Am I lying? Was he losing on points to Ortiz?
Yeah, he was. Of course he was.
Yeah, exactly. So what am I hating about then?
Is Usyk bigger than Ortiz?
No. Why are you trying to say that? Why are you trying to say if they fight each other, Usyk's gonna be outpointing him? But what? Yeah, but Wilder landed him. Wilder's not gonna do what AJ did. That's what he said. Wilder's not gonna do what AJ did. He ain't gonna play around with him, and that's what AJ
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He ain't gonna do that. He annoys Fury either. Fury definitely ain't gonna play no footsie with him, but you know,
but Wilder hasn't got the skills to impose his physicals to
he don't do that. Wilder ain't trying to do that.
Wilder need skills.
Wilder is the same weight as Usyk.
But Wilder's
the same weight as Usyk. He came in. What weight did Wilder come in against Fury? 219.
is gonna catch him in a dogfight, bro. He's not gonna
Yeah, that's what I'm
outbox him.
saying to you. So
Yeah, I know that's what Wilder's not gonna catch him when he's trying to put it on him.
Wilder's not a naturally big heavyweight. He's the same weight. Usyk came in heavier against Joshua than Wilder did against Fury. So how is he going to impose his weight difference?
Because
it makes no sense.
The threat of the right hand is what I'm telling you that you're not. You're just looking at that. You're looking at those instances when he didn't in the Ortiz. You forgetting that in the Ortiz fight he still detonated the right hand on him. He's going to, on a southpaw, he's still going to detonate that right hand.
But that's what I'm saying to you.
And
Ortiz is flat-footed. Usyk is not flat-footed. Usyk has got the best footwork in boxing.
Yeah, he has.
Usyk has got the best footwork in boxing. You're comparing Ortiz
He has. But you know what? Let me tell you something, bro. He can be hit. Look at his face. Yo, El Selector, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's goody, man? Thank you guys for having me, yo. What's good?
Yo, that's what, man. Yo, man, you got a YouTube channel? Or you just
Yes, I do got a YouTube channel, El Selector. You can check me out, El Selector.
All right, man. Yo, talk your piece, bro.
All right, man. So what are we talking about right now? Are we talking about Wilder? Are we talking about Joshua taking the L? Are we talking about Usyk taking the L? You gotta talk to me. Tell me.
You didn't see the title is the Usyk just beat Anthony Joshua. We're talking about what's your take on the fight?
What you think
going forward?
My take on the fight is simple as this. Honestly, I think the judges. I think honestly there was a lot of bias towards Usyk. You could see it during the fight because a lot of those rounds they were calling for Usyk. I didn't really see that. I thought Joshua caught a lot of those rounds as well. Usyk was throwing a lot of punches, but he wasn't landing. The problem with Anthony Joshua is he doesn't know how to fight on the back foot. He doesn't know how to fight on the back foot. So there's no back foot fighting with him. So he's coming forward, and Usyk is coming forward as well. You see what I'm saying? So basically, and a lot of times, a lot of those rounds, he was fighting assault. Yo, somebody's echoing in the back, bro.
No, we good. Go ahead.
I hear echoing in the back, bro. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, but basically, a lot of those rounds, what I was seeing there, basically, because Anthony Joshua was fighting a southpaw, you see them clipping a lot. So there was a lot of shots where Usyk would hit him, but their feet would clip together, and then the Joshua would go falling back, and people would think, oh, he hasn't. But the reality is, it was just he caught him on a shot. Joshua, he didn't really knock him. He didn't knock him almost to the ground or anything like that. You see what I'm saying? Also, too, I had the fight a lot closer than what a lot of people saw. So I thought basically, I think Usyk might have just edged him out a little bit, but it was very, very close. You see what I'm saying? It was very, very close. It's not this wide margin that a lot of people are trying to put out there. You feel me? Saying, oh, Anthony Joshua got defeated, he got crushed, he got destroyed. No, there's a lot of holes in Usyk's game too. There was a lot of shots where Usyk was missing. And a lot of people are they're not even calling that out. They're running around saying, oh, this guy's this, this guy's that. I get it. You know, in the heat of moment, everyone's excited, everyone's like going crazy. But the reality is, though, bro, I'm telling you right now, if Anthony Joshua changes up a little bit of stuff and adds some more to the next fight, I guarantee you he'll be able to get this guy out of here, bro.
Yeah, look at it. Just think about it like this. Yeah, it was only a few months ago, Chisora was around the way from beating Usyk.
Thank you.
And Chisora. And no one's not telling me that Chisora is one of the best heavyweights in the world.
No, he's not.
Yeah, nobody can't. If Chisora can do that to Usyk, then if Joshua can definitely.
Why didn't he do it? Why didn't he do it then?
Because his team. Because of his team.
Yo, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Hold up.
If you saw that, what you said, 1 minute. If you saw exactly what you said and this looking, so why didn't what's going on with Joshua's team?
I thought that's what he was going to do.
Yo, let me tell you something.
That was what he was going to do.
Let me tell you something. Anthony Joshua.
It was obvious.
Let me tell you something. Anthony Joshua needs to start looking at new trainers because this guy, Robert McCracken, no disrespect, but Robert McCracken is not teaching Anthony Joshua the stuff that Anthony Joshua needs to learn. If Anthony Joshua caught a flight and flew out to, I'm echoing. Somebody's echoing there. Go
ahead.
Yeah, if Anthony Joshua caught a flight and I flew out there in Detroit over there and went over to the Crunk gym over there and started training with Sugar Hill and stuff like that. He'll learn how to fight on the back foot. He'll learn how to fight with cutting the ring off. He'll learn how to fight on angles. There's certain things there that you just don't see him do. There's certain things when you go to a gym in the Midwest, you'll see a lot of that stuff being taught. During this fight here, this was an easy fight. Don't get me wrong. This guy Usyk was fighting off of edges and stuff like that. Like you saw a lot of stuff there that I was very impressed with. His footwork was very good, but he can't fight on the back foot either. I didn't see none of that. So at the end of the day, Anthony Joshua, all he has to do is put up more weight. He needs to come in there because if he's tired already, he was already exhausted. So you might as well come up in there and go weigh 260 or something like that.
Yeah.
Bulk the hell up. Bulk up.
Talk
Bulk
to
up.
me.
And then go into the fight. Go in there. Train your trainer. Go out to friggin' Sugar Hill. Go get the same trainer as Tyson Fury. Who cares? And at the end of the day, go in there. Thank you. Go in there and crush this guy. This guy, you should be able to walk right through him. If you don't think Tyson Fury is not going to walk through this guy, Tyson Fury knows things. Tyson Fury is not a stupid guy. He's a very intelligent guy. Even though he's a shapeshifter and he's a little bit, you know what I mean? We see him all here. We know this dude's a little off. But at the same time, he's very smart. He sees things. He knows what he has to do. Tyson Fury, this guy Usyk is tailor-made for Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury will eat him alive. And I'm guarantee you, Anthony Joshua, if he fights him next time, and Anthony Joshua removes himself from these stupid trainers, let's be real. I'm not racial or anything, but bro, you got to get one of these brothers out here to come teach you how to really move and shaking. You know what I mean? Like, yo, bro, no disrespect, but I heard from an OG. I heard an OG from out there in New York. He once told me, he said, bro, let me tell you something, bro. Muhammad Ali and a lot of these other boxers out here, if you go look in the Midwest, a lot of these guys got these brothers teaching them how to, because, you know, the way we move a little different from the other guys out here. You see what I'm saying? Our movement, our twitch reaction is totally different from a lot of these other brothers out here. So these guys won't be able to understand it. That's why he needs to go get a Sugar Hill, one of these brothers, show him what time it is. You see what I'm saying? This guy, no disrespect, but Usyk, and for those out here saying Wilder won't knock him out, best believe Wilder will knock out Usyk. Best believe Wilder will put him to sleep. I guarantee you. Let me get them other guys in. Yeah. But for all you don't know, make sure you all go subscribe. All my subbers, go subscribe to El Selector, man. I'm definitely gonna sub myself, but we're gonna bring in truth in his word. Thanks for your donation. I ain't talked to my brother for a long time. Truth in his word, bro. You're gonna come bring the fire. Truth, go ahead, Truth. Talk your piece. Go ahead.
What's going on, fellas? Yeah, man. I watched the fight tonight, man. AJ lost the fight, man. He lost himself the fight. That man looked like somebody who was kind of scared or shy, man. I've watched AJ fight before, and I've never seen AJ fight as if he was timid. Like he was timid to throw shots. Like, I don't know, is he that much of a power puncher?
But you didn't see the Ruiz fight? This is
no. Hold on, El Selector. You gotta let him burn.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I've never seen AJ fight this timid. I mean, I've seen the Ruiz fight, but I could put that on Ruiz because Ruiz had faster hands than AJ. Like it was different dynamics to me. But that dude was not faster than AJ. That dude was not stronger than AJ. AJ didn't even use his size. He didn't. Sometimes they got into a clinch. He never put his weight on the dude. Like it was so weird. Like I don't know, man. I think AJ that was his fight to lose. He lost the fight. He looked like he lost his heart at the end of the fight. I think he could do some adjustments and beat this guy. Because I don't think this guy is that big of a deal. I think Tyson Fury will beat this dude. I think Wilder already fought a guy with a similar style to this dude, like Spilska, had the same similar style, that arky jerky, moving around and same stuff. He gave Wilder some problems. Wilder knocked them out clean. So I don't know. I think this guy's all right, but I think AJ let him win this fight, man. I think something's off with AJ, man. I don't know what's going on.
I think it's just difficult because it's all speculating because it depends on camp. It all depends on what's happening in camp. Is AJ saying? Is AJ listening to the public and thinking, oh, he's technical and he wants to come out and prove that he's technical as well? Is it all AJ that wanting to do this? Or is the team saying that this is the tactics that you need to go through to do? Do you know what I mean? It depends on what's going on in camp.
But
if we stick into the original idea...
Hold on. Before we get into it, before we get into it, I have to let my man Punch Out TV, Lossy, get him, get it talk, and then you guys can chop it up. Lossy T, what's up, Lossy? Punch Out TV, what's up, man? Lossy. All right, he must be on the mute. Go ahead, Selector. You were saying something. Go ahead. Or Truth, you were saying something. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it me or did AJ look so really small, man? He looked kind of small. I don't know compared to
second lightest.
Came in at 220, man. He lost.
What?
So it's 240 came in at
240, and Usyk was 220. I don't know, bro. They shrunk him. They shrunk him.
Bro, he has, like I said, he needs different voices in his ear. He got the same guys. They have this, they're not even teaching him nothing, bro. Like, bro, you can't be coming into the fight, coming forward and constantly coming forward and forward. And fam, he didn't even have his hands up to protect himself. He didn't even have his hands above his face throughout the fight. That showed me a lot right there. That showed me that, he's not being taught what he needs to be taught going into these fights. This is a fight. All you had to do was come in, like I said prior, 260, 265, damn near if he wants, he can come to 290, bro. He can come in there stupid swole, penitentiary style swole, and knock the shit out of this guy. Like, this is
the problem was his movement. His movement was terrible in this fight.
Bro, he didn't even need to move that much. All he had to do was keep his hands up and give him some big blows. Yeah. Keep your hands up, cover your face.
What these guys talking about? They're talking about dominating the bitch out, dominating this. He's a small guy, man.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying.
He needs to do what Jack Johnson did to that dude that knocked him down.
Oh, yeah, you talk about Stanley Ketchel.
The thing is, look what Derek Chisora did to him, and he's not even a technical fighter or anything. He bulldozed the guy. He bulldozed him.
Lossy, you there? Lossy, TV, punch out TV. Go ahead, Edge, because
look what Chisora did to him. He bulldozed the guy. He wasn't able to do any skill.
EJ, can you hear me?
AJ just sat there. He just sat there and let Usyk do whatever he wanted in there. He let Usyk do whatever he wanted. He never done none of those things against Chisora because Chisora did not let him do that.
Anthony Joshua, no disrespect, but bro, let me tell you something.
One minute, Lossy, I can hear you, bro. Lossy,
hello,
Lossy. Yeah, I can hear you, bro. You right?
All right, yeah.
Put your lips on the mic, man. Stop standing in the hallway, bro. Talk your piece, Lossy. Go ahead. Get out. Get off your chest.
Mad echo.
Nah, yeah. Put your lips on the mic, man. You sound like you're far away in your bed. Come on, go and talk your piece, bro. Get it out of your chest.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, we fast paced out here. We fast. I know you're up north down there. You slow with it, but you need to come fast with it. Come on, bro.
It was a fantastic performance by Usyk. But I had Joshua to win by knockout, but I got it completely wrong. Fair play to Usyk. He just completely outboxed him. I think the problem was Joshua was trying to box the boxer. I think that's where it went wrong for him tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, we all know that. Like we're saying, we're trying to work out where AJ needs to fix, what he needs to fix. People talking about retirement. People talking about, he signed that big deal with Matchroom, and that ain't worth shit right now. You know what I mean? Like the zone ain't got Canelo anymore. Andy Joshua just lost there. He's one of their big ticket sellers. Without that, I don't know where does Eddie Hearn. He's lucky he got the rematch clause, but Usyk is a free agent, bro. You know what I mean? I can see Eddie Hearn leaving Joshua and signing Usyk to a deal. I can see him trying to do that right now.
He won't do that.
Yeah, why wouldn't he do that?
No, he won't do that because at the end of the day, Anthony Joshua is the cash cow. Anthony Joshua, let me tell you something. No disrespect.
You try and make undisputed. You try and make undisputed.
Fems, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. Nobody cares about what's his name, Usyk. Nobody cares about Usyk, bro. No, on this side of the planet, nobody cares about Usyk.
Go to America.
No, even if he went there, even if he went there, even if he went there, he can't speak English. Nobody would care about him, bro. Nobody would care about him.
Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury already said he won't fight Usyk
because it doesn't make no money.
There's no money in it.
Anthony Joshua's the cash cow. He's an Olympic gold medalist. He's marketable. He's you know what I mean. He's chiseled, bro. Chicks like him. You know what I mean. He can sell people. He's big. He's very bubbly. He got a good spirit to him. Anthony Joshua is the one that Eddie Hearn needs to win. Eddie Hearn has all his chips on this. It's like you got that Ferrari, bro, that can smoke everybody, bro. You're not gonna all of a sudden give it up for a Mustang, bro. It doesn't work that way, bro.
Put it this way, yeah. Is Saudi Arabia gonna pop the 130 million for Usyk?
Don't worry about Saudi Arabia. Anthony Joshua is gonna fight either Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury. That's it, bro. He'll deal with this guy and you'll fight him next. Trust me. Even if Eddie Hearn has to go to the judges and say, here, Here's a couple pound right here, bro. Just do what you got to do.
If I was Eddie Hearn, I'll have a serious talk with Anthony Joshua and say, look, you might have to have some serious
You don't want it,
thinking
man.
about your team.
Hey, Selector, he don't. AJ don't want it no more. He earned so much money. He got so many people sucking on him. Bro, he ain't got the hunger. He ain't got that hunger no more.
That's the
No,
thing.
here's what
Bro.
AJ needs to do, right?
Sounds like there's too many people around him, bro. He needs he needs to leave there, come out to the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Come out to Detroit or Nebraska or wherever.
AJ needs to do what Wilder did. Take a whole long time off, but the entire time you're training and you're learning new shit and not like I'm telling you.
Scott, man. I don't know about that, man.
I'm not saying I'm not talking about him as a trainer. I'm saying do the same thing he did. You see how long it's been since Wilder's been in the ring? You gotta take that much long of a time.
No, but he's still got the same head trainer, though. He's still got the same head trainer. And the reason why he got rid of that trainer is not for the right reasons. He got rid of him because of some stupid ass conspiracy water bullshit.
He can get whatever
because of tactics.
But Joshua can't go back in that ring with that dude in 6 months.
No, he can't.
I agree in that sense. I agree with that.
Yeah, he needs to take just like Wilder it's taking a long time. He needs to take a long time to train and change his. Like he needs to change some of the people in his camp.
I don't even think it has to be that long. I don't think it has because Anthony Joshua can fight that way. He can fight aggressive.
Did you see him? Did you see AJ get hit? Started drooling.
Yes, he got hit, but that's because of the tactics that he was deploying. He was deploying
tactics. It was tactical. Yeah, I agree.
He was doing a tactical performance.
It was tactical, but my man
and
AJ
he's been doing it for the last few fights. He got away with it against Andy Ruiz. He got away with it against Pulev. But against Usyk, you can't get away with that shit against a better boxer.
Thank you. That's all it was.
He's got to take his time, man. He's got to take at least.
He doesn't have time, bro. He doesn't have time. He doesn't have time. He has to. What he has to do is just whatever, heal up his eye or whatever the situation is. Get back in the gym, find a new trainer. Go, like I said, come over to cross the pond and go over to the Americas. And go find a trainer out there. There's a lot of guys out there that can show him what he needs to do. Bulk up.
Honestly,
I guarantee you. I guarantee he'd be laughing. He'd be so good. Our trainers would teach him so much.
No,
you see what I'm saying?
Not just that, he'd be big. He'd be big. If he's stationed here, he'd be.
I think he needs to focus on what he needs to focus on.
In America, man, one of them girls gonna do him like Robin Gibbons or Desmond. Leave America alone. Yeah, America.
Even if he's training with the Mayweathers,
he'll ruin AJ. He'll get ruined.
He needs some old sage around him to tell him what he needs to put his foot up his ass. Dude, ain't no point in that fight. Ain't no point in that fight. 1 minute. Ain't no point in that fight. 1 minute. No point in that fight. Did the trainer ever tell him you're losing the round? You know you're losing the fight, right? Did you understand you're losing? You know we work hard on the trainer. Remember, look, step round, put your foot on it. You never heard that from the trainers, bro. They're like that. Why are they so comfortable?
No, but AJ was tired. This is the first time. This is the first time
a guy that much smaller than you be pushing them around the ring.
AJ tired.
Putting your weight on him. This is the first time. He should have bullied that dude around the ring, man.
Yo, I got a question.
This is the first time I've seen AJ in the later rounds not have a second win.
His neck.
Yo, I got a question though. That guy, the trainer, Robert McCracken, what was his like? Who was he training prior to AJ? Like, who's some of the other big prize fighters he had?
Amateurs. It's mainly fighting amateurs.
Oh, so he was only dealing with amateurs.
I think AJ. No. What was it? No. I think it's mainly amateur coach.
So he wasn't.
He trained AJ from the amateurs, and he's only. I think it's only AJ's he's coached.
See, that's the thing,
might
bro.
be wrong.
So outside of that guy, is there any other guys that AJ maybe like? Is there any other people out there in his team that he got, like any ex-boxers or anything like that?
There's some good trainers. In England, there's good trainers, but there's some good trainers. There's good trainers, but there's good trainers. There's good trainers in England. But what I'm saying is that
the question is what Robert McCracken, like, what's his track record?
Ron McCracken, nah, he fought for the world title against Keith Holmes and lost. You know what I mean? He's from Birmingham, but what it is that he's the amateur trainer. And what happened? AJ got in trouble years ago when he was in the South, right, with the police. He was selling drugs, and then Rob McCracken and them guys, they vouched for him, so he feels certain amount of loyalty to him. And like I said, he trains in amateurs. AJ trains in amateur gyms. He trains in Finchley Amateur ABC, and he goes to Finch. He goes all the way to Sheffield. He ain't got no premises, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, invest in yourself. You ain't got these top, like, knowledgeable people around. Like Vladimir, he had Manny Stewart, and when he
Yeah.
passed, he had all them knowledgeable people
That's what I'm
around him.
saying.
But Vladimir, but
Facts.
even though Vladimir, when Banks came in, Banks was a company man. You know, he just want to keep things floating. Well, you need something. I'm trying to say you need one of them old dudes. I don't really like them. They don't like me, but they get me psyched, bruh. Like I just talk, but them old trainers are dying, bro, because people don't want to upset people, bro. But Anthony Joshua need to be talked to, bro. Because, bro, like, but the thing is, I don't think he needs to be talked to because the trainer gave him the wrong advice in terms of the strategy. And you never goes, you need to keep turning now, put the right hand. But you know, Anthony Joshua's gonna live and die Ron McCracken to me. You know, look at Anthony Joshua. He barely touched that guy's face. Look at Usyk's face. He barely touched his face. And look at the guy's face. If he opened up a combination, he would have opened up the man's face, bro. He never stepped on that guy's toe.
Didn't even knock him down one time. Not even once. Not even just something where, like, you know what I mean? You got to put him on his ass, bro. This is a smaller guy, bro. This is a guy who we shouldn't even be having this conversation right now. We should be like, okay, who's next? Fury? Is AJ gonna come to the Fury and Wilder fight? Is he gonna be standing in the ring? That's the conversation we should be having.
I think that if I was Eddie Hearn, like I said before, I'll sit down with AJ and say, look, dude, we need to have a serious conversation and have a serious look at your team and think, is this right for you going forward?
No, but that's the thing, though. That's the thing. I think Eddie Hearn got too much say-so with AJ, bro. I think AJ needs to remove himself from a lot of these guys. He needs to sit down and actually go out there and actually figure out what the hell he needs to do, bro. There's too many.
He's got too much. EJ is right. I think he's got too much loyalty to Rob because obviously of their history they've had together, and I think that's blinding him from what he really needs to do to change. I mean, when he first lost to Ruiz, Lennox Lewis came out and said he needs to change his coach, and I disagreed because of the way he lost. I just think he didn't need to change because that loss, you know, that was a fluke. I wouldn't say fluky, but I just think that, you know, that was a clear like mishap on his part. He checked out, man. He didn't want to fight, man. He came in there. But since then, in the Ruiz second fight, yes, he won that second fight, but he was fighting scared in a sense of worried that he was to get hit. And since then, he continued on the Pulev, and then he fought fought more like in the Usyk fight, and now in the Usyk fight, he's fighting that same kind of style, which is the scared style. Like when he got Usyk hurt, I forgot what round it was, he didn't go and finish the job. Whereas in the old AJ will go and get the job done.
Yeah, you know what it is, yeah? They talk this. AJ models himself after Mike Tyson, right? And that's when he used to fight like Mike Tyson. But you see what happened? They told him, nah, you don't need to fight that. You need to be more like Vladimir. You know, AJ talks to Jonathan Banks all the time. Jonathan Banks gives him a lot of thing, and you need to fight more cautious. You know, don't take risks and blah blah. And yeah, that's what he does, and that's what he does. And see, AJ don't know who he is, bro, but he does know who he is because he like Mike Tyson. He likes to go in there and dog walk you. But they've been telling him, no. You don't do that. You got too much money on the line. You need to be safe, bro. Let me tell you something. When you're out there, when a guy's earned the right to fight you, your matchmaker's not involved no more because AJ's been matchmake well. When you're the champion, people earn the right to fight you, bro. And when that happens, they matchmake Usyk because they know now. Let's see if Usyk can beat Fury and Wilder, right? But you got to AJ. Is AJ gonna come back and beat him? AJ needs to change the whole entire camp, bro. You need to sweep them out. They need to be under the rug. That's real. That's why I'm not changing no more. I like Ron McCracken. But bro, I heard him in the corner, and the stuff he was saying in terms of their strategy is like, okay. I was listening. I was like, okay, but when did you ever put some flurries? When did you ever step on the guys and look, it's not working now. We need to cut loose and go for him. Never heard that.
I can see that from late on. I can see that AJ was tired, and it's the first time I saw that AJ.
Talk your piece, Lossy.
Yeah, do you know what AJ needs to do? He needs to do what Joshua Boatsi's done. He's gone too far in the UK and he's run up against the wall now. He needs to switch to the other side of the pond. And I agree with what you just said, EJ. He needs to completely get rid of his team and and just reinvent himself. He's too loyal to Rob McCracken, like you said, bro, because Rob McCracken's been there for him from day one as a kid. He's pulled him off the streets when he was in trouble, you know, selling drugs and shit like that. But he really needs to invent himself, and I just don't think Rob McCracken and Eddie Hearn and all that team, they've gone as far as they can for him, in my eyes.
Bruh,
I don't think Eddie Hearn in a sense, but I think it's more to do with the trainer.
But the reason why I say Eddie Hearn, Eddie Hearn is because somebody did mention before that Eddie Hearn has got too much say in what he does and what he doesn't do.
I think if Eddie Hearn had more power, I don't think he'll be a Rob McCracken. I think that Eddie Hearn.
What? No, Eddie. No. Eddie Hearn was the one, to change the laws in British boxing where amateur trainers become pro, because Rob McCracken was allowed in the corner, and then he went to the British board and said, "You need to change your rules."
Yeah, but that's
and they changed the rules. They changed the rules to make Rob. No, it was from McCracken. What do you mean it bases? It helps from McCracken.
AJ didn't want to fight. Didn't want to fight Fury. Because was it Rob McCracken was fighting in the?
Hear what I'm saying? Edge, you know what I'm saying? Edge, Rob McCracken. Edge, listen to what I'm saying to you, right? So you understand. Amateur trainers were not allowed to. Amateur train. If you have amateur license, you could never be a pro trainer. That was a stack, right? The only way you can do that, you go to the British board and you need to change their rules. They changed it. You fought AJ to help Rob McCracken be in the corner. Right?
Yeah, but that's on the
so what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying, I'm going back to the point where he said Eddie Hearn's got too much say, so they're working in cahoots, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
Edge, listen, man. Before you start talking, Carl Frotch, used to work with Rob McCracken, right? They worked with Eddie Hearn. So this is all in-house stuff, what we're talking about here. And I'm saying them lot have reached their goal. Because you remember Carl Frost was getting knocked down all the time and he was working on his heart. I've got a chin and all. Because after a while, it wasn't Ron McCracken wasn't teaching. That was a Carl Froch himself, bro. After a while, these trainers don't know anything more than what they can give you. AJ's reached the dead end with these people. That strategy gave is for amateurs, brethren. That's for amateurs.
Eddie Hearn's loyalty. His loyalty is to Anthony Joshua, not to Rob McCracken. If Anthony Joshua said, "I'm gonna go and change my trainer," then Eddie Hearn is gonna be like, "Okay, Wago, what trainer are you gonna go to?"
But the question is, why the hell does he even need to explain that to Eddie Hearn, bro? Who the hell is Eddie Hearn?
That's the problem in boxing today. When I was a kid growing up, the promoters really didn't have much of a say apart from Don King. But today, now, the promoters are telling the fighters who they're going to fight, what to do, who to fight, what not to do. It's fucking wrong.
I mean, actually, it's actually the opposite. I think
because I was about to say,
the promoters have more say.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The promoters have more say than what the boxers do. It's wrong.
But not as of now, because AJ, Dillian White, they're not really signed with long-term deals.
Eddie
Hearn is too involved in the fighter's career.
Eddie Hearn, literally, Eddie Hearn's Dana White right now, bro. He's Dana White. He's
you can't blame Eddie Hearn for this because Eddie Hearn didn't want to fight Usyk.
I'm not blaming Eddie Hearn for this.
But Eddie Hearn wanted to vacate the belt. If it was down to Eddie Hearn, he would have vacated.
You're not hearing me though. Eddie Hearn has a lot of say so in a lot of things AJ does. He has too much say so, bro. The reality is, let me tell you something. Eddie Hearn brought him to New York. Eddie Hearn took him out of New York, brought him to Saudi Arabia. Eddie Hearn be doing a lot of things. Eddie Hearn be telling him, do this, do that, do this, do that. Trust me, we see it out here, bro. So, like, everybody knows what Eddie Hearn be doing.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn's job is to get the best deal for the fight on the table.
Facts.
When it's Saudi Arabia, if you're a boxer, let's face facts. If I'm a boxer right now, and they said, okay, someone's offering me 84 million to fight in Saudi Arabia, I'm taking it. I don't give a shit.
But the thing is,
Eddie Hearn finding me 84 million?
The question is,
you know what I mean? What do you want me to do?
The question is, though, do you think?
I'll let you jump back. Eddie Hearn is the puppet master. I'm sorry to say it, but he is. He's the puppet master, and Joshua is the puppy. Who does more interviews? Who tells the media what's happening and what's going on? And Joshua don't even say anything to the
Yeah, but
media anymore.
that's Eddie Hearn's job though. He's a promoter. That's his
Eddie
job.
Hearn is Puff Daddy,
You
man.
can't criticize him for doing his job. That's his job though.
Yeah,
He's a
but
promoter.
to
He
the
promotes.
boxing
That's his job.
fans, to the boxing fans, you, me, and everyone on this panel, and all the other boxing fans around the world, I don't want to know what Eddie Hearn's got to say. I want to hear what Anthony Joshua's got to say. And I want Anthony Joshua
See,
to make the move himself.
The things
You know,
that
but
I
Eddie,
see,
but you know that Ed, that's down to AJ, not down to Eddie Hearn. Because look who control. Look when what was Jarrell Miller. Well, look what happened to Jarrell Miller. Look what happened with Jarrell Miller. Eddie Hearn was like, okay, no, let's stop. And AJ went, no.
Eddie Hearn does not care
When I
about
say
the
it's over,
fighter,
it's over.
the fighter's
AJ runs
future.
the show, mate. AJ runs the show, not Eddie Hearn.
the things I think that Eddie messed up on is what EJ alluded to earlier, is that, and Usyk people peeped it too. When Eddie was controlling Usyk, he was pitting him against the AJ protectors, and it made a lot of people look at it like, oh, look what Jared Chisora did. AJ, he can't beat no AJ. And we looked at those fights and like, oh, Usyk's really not gonna be a challenge. AJ gonna knock him out. But the difference is that's just how the matchmaking that Eddie put him in there with those guys so he wouldn't look good. Like EJ was saying earlier. Like if they would have put him in there with a couple of other guys leading up to this fight, and we would have seen how good he really looked, we would have had this fight a lot closer going into the fight, because we would have looked at it like, yo, look at Usyk last few fights. He looked at real good.
No, because
those
those
guys,
are casual fans
hold
that don't know nothing much about boxing. Everyone knows that Usyk's a good fighter.
Hold on, yo, Ed, you're the only person that talks about
Usyk is a good fight, but he looked trashed in his
But
last two fights.
since he put him against those guys and he didn't look too good, everybody felt like AJ was just going to just wash him for a second too. I kind of felt
but that's
that
what
way
he should have done though. He should have done.
That's exactly what he should have done.
He should have done that though.
The odds were for him to do that, but yo, he
But
folded.
see, the problem is
Look at the end of the fight, bro. He couldn't even come off the
fight. Those guys he was fighting are not like AJ, like Chisora just rushing in and not just throwing caution to the wind and rush. That's not how AJ really fights. No. So the
way he fought against Usyk, that's not how he really fights.
That's why
it's not how good Usyk is. That's
why
AJ fights.
That's why EJ was right, and even Usyk people was right. Eddie was booking him, making him look worse than what he really is. That was bad matchmaking. Like if you gotta think about this. Think about this. You got a guy, right? When he moved up from what you call it, he moved up. He was already primed to get his title shot. Once he moved up, he from the WBO, you already the number one contender. So why is your promoter putting you in there with guys like he shouldn't even be fighting a Derek Chisora, because that's just gonna make him look bad.
No, but wait, he's not bad matchmaking. Yeah, he fought Witherspoon. I mean, come on, like how,
exactly. That's the thing. Why is he fighting Witherspoon?
Not well beater.
Why is he
not a well beater?
He has nothing. This
how's
had
that bad matchmaking?
It does, because the matchmaking
had all to do with Anthony Joshua. It had nothing to do with
no. What I'm talking about,
it was Anthony Joshua's fight to lose. He didn't fight the proper fight. He messed up. I don't know what's going on in his camp. Quickly, Usyk, he's a good fighter, but it had nothing to do with Usyk tonight. It was Anthony Joshua.
He should have never lost. Thank you, dude. You've been fighting that heavyweight your whole entire career. This dude's just moving up. This dude's just moving up. You're the unanimous belt holder right now. You even got the IBO. This dude got all the belts virtually. He's only missing the WBC. There's a dude who comes from cruiserweight and moves up in a few fights. He beats you, and you can't even come out of your corner at the end of the fight. That will make it even look worse. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, bro, that's pathetic, bro. Bro, at the end of the day, it's all about his trainers.
I agree with
you. That's why he needs to look at his team, because you can't have Chisora coming out better than what you did.
Exactly.
You can't have that.
Yeah, exactly.
Chisora is nowhere near as skillful as AJ.
Exactly.
If Anthony Joshua faced Chisora, are you trying to say that Chisora will beat AJ?
Bro,
Here's what-
let me tell you,
here's-
y'all, I'm
here's-
not even trying to be
all
funny or
day.
none. I'm not even trying to be funny or none. But yo, even the lead up to the fight, he's taking pictures with the guy. He's being real
Yo,
nice, bro. You don't be
Yeah.
nice. You don't be nice with your ops, man. You don't.
Yeah.
Come
But
on,
like,
man.
no, look.
That was
Everyone's
bro,
that's not in
bro,
AJ's nature,
check
though.
this
You
out,
know what I
check
mean?
this
He's always been
Check
nice.
this out.
bro.
Here's what
Don't
pissed
take
me
no
off.
pictures. Don't even say nothing to him.
Yo,
You talk to him
here's what
after the
pissed
fight.
me off with AJ, man. You can't be fighting a dude that small, as big as you are, my dude. Put a hand on his neck. Push the dude around the ring. Be fit.
Knock him
Look,
up, man.
if you're losing, shit, this guy's touching me up, man. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Push him on the ring. Pull him into the rope. The ref might warn you a few times, but let him know. Put your arm on his neck. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're in the clinch, every time they got in the clinch, it looked like AJ wasn't doing nothing, man. I'm like, yo, put your size on him. Push him against the rope. You know what I'm saying? Drag him.
Yeah.
But by the time he was holding towards the end, he was too tired because he was throwing too many punches. When you're that big and you're throwing too many punches and not even hitting, then you get tired quicker. And that's the problem. He was trying to copy what Usyk's doing. Usyk is a light, and this is where questions has to go to his team. The tactics was completely wrong, and this is where he has to look at his team and go, "Wait a minute, what's going on?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, get rid of
in the
Rob
rematch,
McCracken.
is he going to try and do the same thing again? Because if he tries to do the same thing again in the rematch and then he loses, then there's serious questions.
His career's finished. He's done.
Yeah.
He's done.
He's done.
If he
I
loses,
agree.
he's done, bro. He's done.
Yeah.
That's the end of him. That's the end.
I
of
think
him.
he'll
Bro,
walk away anyway if he loses.
He'll that's it. You'll see him
He's
on
gone.
Sky Sports doing interviews and stuff, and
Yeah,
he'll be doing
he's gone.
commentator.
Because he's
Bro,
made his money.
He's
made
done.
his money, yeah.
Bro, you can't. But that's the thing, though. You know what I mean? It's gonna make Usyk look legendary, and people will never remember. All they'll remember is Anthony Joshua being removed from Usyk. That'll be the end of Anthony Joshua, bro. That'll be the end. You'll never see that. You'll never see the Wilder fight. You'll never see the Fury fight. You'll never see that fight if he goes to Nigeria and fights the Jogba guy. You'll never see none of those fights.
The only people that's going to be
agree.
losing out is the fans.
No.
They're
Boxing will
missing-
continue. Boxing will continue. There'll always be new guys coming. The only person who
No, I
miss
mean
out is
like
Anthony Joshua.
I don't mean like obviously boxing's gonna end. I'm talking about like as in the fans are not gonna see the fight. So we wanted to see Fury versus AJ, Wilder versus. They're not gonna see those fights. So the fans are gonna lose out. Those fights.
AJ really needs, I think we all just agreed, he should never have lost to Usyk. No way on earth should he have lost to Usyk.
No,
but fair play to Usyk, he pulled it off. But AJ, mate, stop. I think EJ said before he's being loyal. Stop being loyal now, man.
So
get that killer instinct back in you. Reinvent yourself. Go over to America. You've got to go over to America. Find a new trainer, new strength and conditioning coach, anything. Just reinvent yourself. Go back and wipe the floor with Usyk. That's what he needs to do. Otherwise, like my man just said, he'll be forgotten about. He'll be the person who Usyk beat, and he'll be forgotten about. And that's a shame for a guy who's accomplished what he's done.
I don't think he'll be forgotten about because he's done some. He beat Vladimir Klitschko. So I think he's done some historical nights. I don't think he'll be forgotten.
Yes, you're right. But
I don't think he'll be forgotten. But I don't think his legacy will be the same as. I don't think he will have that same legacy.
He won't be looked at. He won't be looked at the way he should be looked at.
Exactly. That's what he won't be looked at in the same way.
Like,
you know what
I bet you, even if you guys saw him, you guys would start looking at him differently. Like that's what I'm trying to say.
Give him some weird looks.
He'll still be the guy that lost.
That motherfucker.
He'll still be the guy that lost to the first Mexican heavyweight champion. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so there'll be a lot of guys be looking at him funny. So he needs to for his rep. This is an easy fight too. It's not like he's fighting Fury or he fights Wilder and Wilder knocks him out or Fury drops him or Fury finish. That one where it's challenging. That's where it's like, okay, it's a strategy match here. This is a guy that came out of nowhere. We know about, but the casuals don't know about. Came out of nowhere, and basically didn't even knock him out. Didn't even knock him out. Just got a victory. Just got a victory.
He just got, he got hit too many times. He got hit too many times by the left hand.
What AJ,
and I'm just like, what the hell was going on there? Like,
and the fight wasn't even. It wasn't even. Trust me, it wasn't even as wide as people are making out to see. Just watch the fight again. There was a lot of missed shots.
That's what I mean. I don't think it was. I think he lost by 2 rounds. The last 2 rounds were won by Usyk. Usyk won the lot. I think, but it was up to then. It was tight, and I think that AJ, like, and I think that, and the thing is, AJ wasn't using his full power, and Usyk's eye was getting destroyed. And if AJ focused less on quantity and focused on quality, then the fight would have ended a lot sooner. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so let me ask y'all, what y'all think Usyk could do better in the next fight? Because we all saying what AJ need to do better in the next fight.
I don't think Usyk can improve, bro. I think that
Usyk can't improve on that. Usyk can't improve on that. He's going to try and do the same thing.
He gave his all, bro. He did. He showed everything he has in his bag, and that's it, bro. That's the end of that.
That's it. There's nothing that he can do. And to be honest with you, if I was Usyk, if I'm Usyk, why do I need to change? If I'm Usyk, why do I need to change?
You gotta make some adjustments because your eye was busted up. If the guy steps on the pedal, like how y'all saying, he could have lost. So there's room for improvement.
There is. Yeah, right. But the only thing is, I think Usyk probably needs a knockdown too. He probably have to knock him down because this fight he couldn't even knock the guy down. He couldn't knock him down. AJ should have put this guy to sleep, man. This is what I'm saying. This guy.
The thing is, Usyk doesn't have any power.
That's what
Usyk doesn't have any power. And he hurt AJ. And the reason why Usyk hurt AJ as much as he did, even though Usyk doesn't have any power, because he was walking into the left hand. He was walking into it. When you're moving away, you'll take less of the power, but he was walking into it because he wanted to throw his right hand. And he was moving right into range. That's what he needs. He needs to move out of range from the left hand. It's just basic ABCs.
Hey, yo, I got a question too. You guys are in the UK,
bro.
You guys are in the UK though. You guys are in the UK, right? Whenever you guys see Anthony Joshua, from what I see over here, bro. Whenever I see Anthony Joshua, it seems like there's 20 million men around him. Bro, is he the type of guy who always got a million guys around him, or is he by himself? Because, bro, let me tell you something. I met Mayweather a bunch of times. I've seen times, even in the past, like in the early 2000s, Mayweather was dolo. You see him by himself. You see him moving around. You see him getting things done. Do you guys? Is Anthony Joshua always around a million guys? Because if that's the problem, if that's the situation, this guy might have 2 million people in his head, and he can't. He doesn't even have his own space. He can't even figure out things himself. You see what I'm saying?
AJ is a businessman. He's a businessman, so he's gonna have a ton of people around him for a lot of stuff. He's in that position now where
he needs to get
he
by
has
himself.
a marketing person, a clothing person. He has a hairstylist, a receptionist person. He has many people in his team.
He's too corporate.
That's probably the issue.
Somebody should have told him.
That is the issue. That is the issue.
But the main issue, because Floyd Mayweather's got a large team as well.
If you saw Mayweather 06, circa 06, 05, 07, 03, 02, Mayweather was rolling around by Mayweather.
But that was before Money May. That's before pretty Floyd. I'm talking when he was Money May, then obviously that was that. He got a team.
But let me tell you something. Even after the Olympics, he didn't got no army. He had no army.
But that was pretty Floyd.
Anthony Joshua after the Olympics, this dude had an army. Let me tell you something.
So how tall is Usyk, yo?
He's like what?
He's 6'1". 6'1".
How are you 6'6", man, and let this little dude, man? I don't get it, man. Why was he? He should have been way rougher with this dude, man. Like when you're losing like that on skills, you gotta
use brute force. It's heavyweight. It's heavyweight boxing.
Little guy.
This is why the tactics is so shocking, because I thought, because Usyk hasn't got no power, so I was thinking you could just walk right through him. It's like for example, I use Triple G. Triple G, he knows that Kell Brook is a better boxer than Triple G, but Kell Brook didn't have no power. He just walked right through him and just beat him up. Do you know what I mean?
You talking about Triple G? You talking about Triple G?
No difference.
You talking about Triple G?
It's like Amir Khan versus what was it?
Canelo.
Canelo. How many shots did Canelo throw in that fight? one or two.
Yeah,
One or two.
American was peppering him up. American was peppering him up, and Canelo just took his time. Like I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna get you. And I'm gonna hit you.
Exactly.
That's
And
all.
even Canelo. That's why I said he should use the Canelo tactics, because Canelo was focusing on right. Billy Joe Saunders is a perfect example. Billy Joe Saunders is a perfect example. Billy Joe was trying to pepper him, and Billy Joe Saunders was doing well, but Canelo was taking his time. Power body shot, power body shot, power. You know, do you know what I mean? Just connecting. Eventually, it wore him out, and then he broke his face. If AJ incorporated those tactics, because he's a heavier guy, he should know you should pace yourself. Pace yourself throughout the whole fight.
Any sport you play, even soccer, which is football, basketball, all that, right? When you're losing on skill, what do people usually do? Even in basketball, if the guy is better than me,
You
what
rough
am
him
I?
up, man. You rough him up,
right? I'm using my body. I'm bumping you. I'm slamming you to the ground. I'm playing rough. I just didn't get why he didn't do any of that. You know you're losing. You can tell. Come on, you know.
and that's the thing. What Tyson Fury is good at. That's the advantage that Tyson Fury has over AJ. Is that Tyson Fury is willing to go rough and use his size very well. This is one thing that Tyson Fury is very good at, and that's the advantage that he's using. He's using his physical attributes very well, and that's something
That's what he did with the Wilder fight. Remember, he was getting messed up, and then what he do? You know what? Screw it.
He bulked up. Remember, he came in the fight. He came in there huge. You remember how he bulked the hell up, and then he just walked right through Wilder? That's all you got to do.
But I think that that's why I think that AJ should just humble himself. I said it's controversial, but go to Kronk and say, look, Fury, look, man, I ain't got no belt right now, so me and you are not enemies right now.
Facts.
like me and you, there's chat, cool. We train together at Kronk's gym, and then when I get my belt back, then all right, then we're enemies again. Then we fight for undisputed. But until then, I just need to go to America, start fresh, get away from the fame, get away from everything else, just work, and focus on working on the basics of closing down the ring, moving away from that left hand, and focusing on your power shot, the body shots.
And learn how to fight backwards. You gotta learn
Ironically, if I'm Dillian White watching that fight, I'll be licking my lips and thinking, if the rematch doesn't happen, I'll be desperate. I'll be phoning Eddie Hearn saying, give me Usyk right now. I fight him anywhere, anytime, any place. Because he is the body snatcher. He will rough him up. He will do what AJ should have done to Usyk. And he will beat Usyk.
Facts.
He will beat Usyk. Dillian White, facts. I'm telling you right now.
No, I agree with you.
Styles make fights.
Yep.
Styles make fights. He will not allow Usyk.
Andy Ruiz could do that to Usyk. Andy Ruiz could do that.
Even Tony Benny done better than Anthony.
Nah. Let's not do that. Come on.
We did in the first. Benny won the first 5 rounds against Usyk, didn't he?
Big Baby could do that shit to Usyk. All these big ass fat dudes could do it to Usyk. Just put your fucking weight on him.
That's all you gotta do.
He's a small dude.
Bro, but yo, like I said before, he got to get rid of that trainer, that McCracken dude. That dude's not the guy, bro. Right now, bro, he needs to get one of his brothers and let them teach him how to use his size, use his twitch ability, use his speed, use that that what he has, everything that he has inside of him, and also too, bro, but remove 150 guys away from you, bro. You're it's like literally it's like I don't know, it's like literally he got the whole firm with him, bro. He needs to remove a lot of these dudes, bro, and kind of strip himself. You see what I'm saying? And just be dolo and just get on his purpose. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, definitely, man. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna head off, man, because I'm gonna do my video for my post match video on this fight, man. I've got a lot to talk about. And but yeah, man, it's been a pleasure chopping up with you guys, man. And yeah, I'll be back on here soon for the rematch when it happens. But yeah, man, it's AJ, it's been cool chatting with you. And yeah, man, speak again soon.
I bet.
I think AJ's asleep.
He just knocked out again.
Yo, I'm still here, you know. Oh, them men are gone. Looks like them men are gone. Hold up, 1 minute. All right, stay there. Oh. All right, I'm gonna end the hangout now. But I appreciate you guys coming in, all the guys in the chat, Fox and anyone. I appreciate everyone's opinion. Look, Anthony Joshua hopefully could make a comeback, whether what he decides and stuff like that, But in the day, it's a sad news for British boxing, but hopefully he can come back and learn from the situation, and we get our belts back into the capital. But in the meantime, we'll get ready for Tyson Fury coming up, Deontay Wilder coming up very, very soon. So I appreciate everyone coming on the panel, and I'll catch you up very soon. Take care, guys. Peace.